And this is strange, but my entire family and I, including my mom, are actually world champion foosball players. Yeah, thank you. And my mom is in the Foosball Hall of Fame. Yeah. But every time my mom gets a new nurse, the nurse will always ask her about her life. And my mom always goes, well, I'm in the Foosball Hall of Fame. And every nurse goes, sure you are. Mm-hmm. And I'm always standing there like, oh, yeah, no, I know that sounds made up, but I swear it's real. And the nurse is like, hey, you don't have to. And I'm like, lady, I swear to God, I can show you her trophies, I can show you a video of her playing. And that's when the nurse starts to look at the other nurses like, oh, does the daughter have dementia too? It's like a T-Mobile family plan of dementia. It's like too weird to believe. And my mom growing up was also somebody you did not want to cross. My parents got divorced in the 90s, back when there were home phone answering machines. And before the divorce, our answering machine message was my dad saying, you've reached the Cooks, please leave us a message. And then after the divorce, my mom had changed it to her just blasting Alanis Morissette's You Oughta Know. So every time my dad would call, my mom would let it go to the machine so that if he wanted to leave a message for her, every time, he first had to sit through the lyrics, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. I mean, that's a bad move right there. That takes balls. Because it's not like that was just the message for when my dad called. That was the message for literally anybody who called our house. So after a while, we started to get messages from people like, hey, this is Dave from Blockbuster. And, I'm here to remind you. Your Space Jam VHS is overdue. Really sorry about whatever you're going through.
And it's really exciting to be able to tell this joke where people understand what a garage refrigerator is. It's wonderful, okay? Because I live in Los Angeles right now. And when I talk about having a garage refrigerator to a Los Angeles audience, all they hear is 2 refrigerators. Someone must have grown up a billionaire. And I have to correct him. I'm like, oh no, you don't understand what a garage refrigerator means for most of the United States. A garage refrigerator simply means you finally got a new refrigerator. And then you said, don't throw the broken one away. That's for weird shit now. That's for things that should get cold, but if they don't, that's still okay. That's for things we don't want around the everyday milk and eggs, you know? That's for more loose deer meat in a Ziploc. That's what we're gonna put out in the garage refrigerator. Stuff from your neighbor, that goes in the garage refrigerator. You know what I mean? Your neighbor Jerry shows up, he's like, you want this meat? Nah, I shot him. Like, you wrecked your car, Jerry, you hit that meat, I know that. That's hit meat.
I'm 6 foot, you know, and I'm here to let you guys know, as a tall, that none of you are people. I am your God. Yes. I'll help you with your overhead luggage, you little scamp. Just kidding. And it makes no sense to be tall, in this century. It's completely useless. Tall people, we die earlier. That's true. We do die earlier. And also, I'm left-handed. We also die earlier. Yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, this is my last show. Yeah. Thank you. I'll be dead soon, and you short kings can get your little raccoon hands all over my girlfriend. Yeah. Good with clasps. I love how every time I tell that joke, there's always someone who's left-handed who's like, ah. I had so many dreams. I started losing my hair, a few years ago, 10 years ago actually, and I started taking those hair pills, and but it was very scary. I was single back then, and I was like, I went to the doctor. I was like, because I was losing my hair, and I don't know what God or whoever was thinking when they designed my body. It's like, I want Graham to be okay, good looking until he's about 35, and then I would like hairs to slowly start falling out the top of his head. I would like hairs to slowly start falling out the very top of his head, and then I would like new hairs to start growing out of his shoulder blades. Yes! Women are gonna love this switchamaroo. Oh, yeah. They like that, I was like scared, I was like, I still feel young, So I went to the doctor and I was like, oh, how am I losing my hair and getting hairier? What? Why? And then this is what he said. He said, Graham, men who lose their hair have an elevated level of testosterone. Too much, That's why bald guys have hairier bodies. That's why you have a stronger jawline. That's probably why you have a higher libido. And that's probably also why I'm treating you for chlamydia right now. So quit asking so many questions.
I waited a long time before I got married. I waited a whole other marriage before I got married. I did. So get this, and then I gotta go. I met my wife at a costume party one Halloween. She came as a Slinky. That was her costume. I thought that's pretty clever. I'd like to talk to her for a little bit. But I remember the first time I saw her, oh my God, she was coming down the stairs. Wow. She's amazing. She's taking two at a time. She's really good. Had she not gotten stuck on the bottom step, I never would have talked to her. But you know what? It worked out. And we talked for like an hour. And finally got a little courage. I said, hey, you want to go upstairs? She goes, I can't. I'm a Slinky. I can't. But do you know, this is true, she went home that night and she immediately called her mother. She said, Mom, I just met the man I'm going to marry. And I went home and I told my wife, I said, hon, I just met the woman I'm leaving you for. But no, it's fantastic. And I'm married up this time, and I'm very comfortable in this position. My wife's family actually comes from old crypto. But it is challenging. Like my wife and I, we cannot agree on a comfortable temperature in the bedroom at night. Is that typical for couples? I think so. Like, she likes it 75, 76 degrees, like sauna hot. And I like it 60 degrees, normal. And there's a battle all night. She gets up, she turns it to 78 or whatever. I turn it down to 60, up to 78, down to 60. It's like we're exhausted the next day. We're not getting any sleep. So guess what? She goes out and she replaces that thermostat with a Celsius thermostat. I can't convert the two. I don't know if it's hot in the room now or cold in the room. How am I supposed to know? So I go out the next day and I exchange our bathroom scale for a kilo scale. She thinks she weighs 50 pounds. And I think it's 42 degrees in the room, so everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. I'm not a good apologist. I go to the grocery store. I'm supposed to pick up some garlic bread as well. I forgot the garlic bread. And I thought, well, I'm not going back. You know, she knows what it tastes like. Well, that was the wrong thought process right there. So I had to apologize. And I'm working on it. But most guys, they don't know how to apologize because, you know, they're just not sensitive enough to know the exact words to use to validate somebody's feelings. Like, I was the worst. Here's how my apology would start. Now you listen to me. There's nowhere to go after that. You know, you got to find an apology for your apology. So get this. I'm walking by my bedroom, our primary bedroom, and I notice my wife sitting on the side of the bed, and she's sobbing uncontrollably. I said, what's the matter, buddy? What's her She said, I just been thinking, I'm 28 now. That's not true. That's not true. It's kind of true, but not that true. I told her one time, we have this hall pass agreement. You know what that is? We could be with one other person for one night, no questions asked. But I realize you have to update your selection. You can't write somebody's name down on a piece of paper, stick it in the drawer, and then pull it out 10 years later, think you're going to collect on it, because things change. I looked at mine, Mary Tyler Moore. My wife's Bruce Jenner.
There are truly so many awful things about having a child, but there are. But one of the worst is I now have to engage in small talk and chit chat that I never would ever give the time of day to, you know? Like, and you have to do it all the time. And like before I had a kid, you know, if I was hanging out at the playground and no, but if I was at the park or something and before I had a kid, and then some guy would, you know, referencing a bunch of noisy kids, some guy would be like engage me and go like, oh man, boy, they're a handful, huh? Like before I had a kid, my response would be, what the f-? And I'd walk away and I'd be correct to do so. That'd be the right thing to do. But now I have to engage with that person because, you know, that's a potential play date. And you have to have as many potential play dates in your back pocket as possible because it is inevitable that at some point my wife will be out of town and I will wake up still, I mean, not even hungover, just drunk. I'll be drunk. I will, you know, clinically be drunk. And I'm going to have to put that kid somewhere for an hour just to take a shit, you know? And so I have to talk to that person now and I have to, you know, be nice and all that. And the thing is, you know, I live in Brooklyn, all right? So there's just tons of younger hipster parents, tons, and I can't stand them, and I didn't like them when I was part of that scene, and you know, and I really don't like it. So I'll be at the playground, you know, with my daughter, and this guy will roll up, and this guy, you know, they're like the kind of guy who's got the those bright orange like longshoreman hat, knit woolly hats, but then they roll it all the way up. You know what I mean? Like they roll it that's too rolled up. It's not even over your ears. It's not not doing the one single thing a hat is made for. You're not, and you're bald, and so now it's just like a pasty for your head. I don't understand. And so like a guy with that hat, and then you know one of those like 23 skidoo mustaches, and like a full sleeve of like retro toasters or some shit like that, and then a skirt and culottes and a big whetstone, an oily, glistening whetstone that's like dangling off a sheath, right? This thing, and you're like, what the, what, who, when, how, why, you know? Oh, the whetstone, oh yes. Oh yes, well, I just got back from crafting. Me and the gang get together and we'll craft. And I'm making I make bespoke, handcrafted, artisanal farm-to-table marbles. And well, here's the thing. So the gang and I will get together. We'll craft and we'll make knives from Mumbly Peg and jacks and we get to because I think we've lost the connection, the joy that we had as youth. I think we've gotten so cynical in the last 4 or 5 years. With COVID and he who shall not be named. And so we play the games of our youth. Well, not our youth, but the youth of our fathers' games, which are harken back to a simpler, innocent time. And so that's, and right now I'm working on an ethically sourced paddle ball that I think is going to be. Anyway, that will come up to me, and I'll be at the playground with my daughter, and I'll be minding my own business, and that guy will come up going, "Oh man, boy, they're a handful, huh?" Yeah, can be. Yeah. Which one's yours? The girl on the monkey bars there. Oh, she's playing with my boy. That's my boy. That's Copernicus. Yeah. Good kid. Well, that kid is something else, man, let me tell you. That kid is 6 going on 30. You know what I mean? No, I don't. How? In what way? Name one way. Does he have heart disease? I mean...
I'll tell you the story. There's a gas station near my house, has a little handwritten sign on one of the pumps that says, "Please, replace nozzle to pump before driving away with it. Thanks." And like years ago, I took a photograph of this and I posted it to Instagram, and me and a bunch of strangers made fun of all these human trash piles who were just driving away with the pump still in their goddamn car. And so when I drove away with the pump in my car about a year ago, I was bashful. Have you ever made fun of yourself from the past with a bunch of strangers? Because I have. And the thing is, I didn't even know I did it. I had no idea. Yeah, I hopped in the car, blasted my meditation app, and just took off, ripped it right out of the pump, had no idea, and then immediately pulled an illegal 4-lane U-turn. And all of the oncoming traffic was like, "Bam, bam, 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 bam." And I was like, "Oh, you fucking church Nancy's. It's a U-turn." So I gave him all the middle finger, meanwhile spewing gasoline across the street. And then I made a right, and I got on like a big highway, started going very fast. And mind you, I just have a tail, like dragging behind me, like... And then this big white pickup truck pulls up next to me, and he's honking at me, and I was like, "What? It's a U-turn!" And he's like, "Roll your window down." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You drove away with the pump in your car." And I was like, "Oh, you drove away with the pump in your... Oh, no!" So I did. And then I was very, very, very embarrassed. And I'm on the highway. I didn't know what to do. So then I just like pulled over to the side of the road, and then he pulled over too. And then like I got out of my car, and then he got out of his car too. I was like deeply embarrassed. It's essentially like my pants, and then he like followed me into the bathroom like, "Hey man, did you shit your pants? Hey, how much shit is in your pants? Hey, why do you think you shit your pants earlier?" And I was just like, what do you want? And he's like, do you need help? And I realized, like, I had a choice to make here, you know? I could act the way men have acted for centuries. I could act like a wounded animal and lash out at this man to protect myself. Or I could be a better man. I could admit my vulnerabilities and say, yes, I screwed up and I do need help. And so that man said, hey, can I help you? And I said to him, no! And then he got mad and got in his car and drove away. And then I was left alone with my shame. And I like walked over to the back of my car. I pulled out the gas pump and I was like, oh, there's definitely still a lot of gas in here, you know? It's like I can't put it in my car because it fumes and stuff. I'm picking up my daughter. What would be very useful right now is a pickup truck, but I just told that guy to go f*** himself. So then I just left my car on the side of the road and then walked with it in my arms all the way back along the highway, down the exit ramp, back to the gas station, where both managers were waiting for me outside. And I just kind of laid it at their feet like a big dead snake. And I was like, well, what do we do now? Turns out it costs $350, which is honestly a lot less than I expected. I mean, you don't get to keep it, but also they're like designed to just pop right off. So the thing is like, just do it. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Also, if you turn it into a comedy bit, it kind of pays for itself.
I had the most, like, assumption-shattering experience when we were driving, going through Nebraska, and Rose had a blowout. And it was like a blowout, like someone put 5 M80s in a towel. Like it just sounded muffled, like in the old World War II movie where the guy's like, grenade! Lands on it, like it was like that. It was insane how loud it was, but and I look back and she's like, oh, the evil is loose. Like her face looked so relaxed and happy. And it was my turn. Like my wife's like, your turn. And the stench filled the car like, oh God. We pull over and I take her out and I look and the closest business is a place called Thunder Road, which is a biker bar / family restaurant. That's actually a thing. Just motorcycles, hogs, as far as the eye can see. Every third guy has a leather cut, a vest on with his club on the back. And he's MC, and we were going into the restaurant, me and Rose, and we passed the restaurant. I'm like, where's the restroom? And of course they're like, it's in the bar. Of course it is. Like, I'm changing a baby. Did I stutter? I said the bar. And so we went through the bar, and there were as many kids in there as there were in the family restaurant. And I get into the men's room, and I make my assumption, my first assumption, which was, no way they got a changing table in here. Nah, it's gonna be my wife's turn. No way. Wrong. Thunder Road woke as like their changing table, you could have a horse give birth sideways on that thing. Just go bah, like, oh my God, I could sleep on this in the fetal position. This is incredible. Putting my diaper bag here, some snacks, couple beers, a baby in the middle. This is incredible. I'm sure that's why it was designed that way, you know. And I'm changing her, and she's cleaned up, and I'm about to put the fresh diaper on, and a biker passes me, who looks straight out of whatever the Norse god Hel is. Like, wherever the evil Vikings go. Like, he had this giant, like, rivulet-covered beard, and this grease-heavy, like, he had that, if Jake Gyllenhaal grew his hair out long, that looks like a helmet, right? Like, he had the tree line, but just grease and evil just melded in there. His eyes were somehow not brown or blue, but red, like red pupils somehow. Not high, like just eyes of fire. And a leather cut that he looked like he was born in and grew into, like it was part of his musculature. Buck knife. And he's walking out and he stops and he looks right at Rose's vagina. Pause for laughter. Nothing? That usually kills. Yeah, real awkward. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, mentally, I'm like, go away. Like, I would ordinarily never take you on, but I will pull this hairdryer out of the wall. Like, I've done it before. The little, right? You just put your foot up, yank. They're tiny screws. I've done it when I was in Chicago. And then hit him in the face, sit on him, put it through his head, grab my baby with bloody hands, run her out to my California plated electric vehicle, and get chain whipped to death by the rest of the motorcyclists, I'm sure. That's my brilliant plan, everybody. So I'm sitting there worried, and then he goes, yeah, that's a rash. What? He's like, I don't want to make things weird. Like, we're so there. You made it weird 50 seconds ago when you were staring. He's like, I don't want to make it weird, but I got 4 of those, and that's a rash. I got 4 of those? You mean kids? Those things? Yeah, 2 I won in a card game, 1 I got at a garage sale. 1 me and my old lady made natural, and I've seen my share of a diaper rash, brother. That's a rash. And then he blew my mind completely when he unsnaps his blood-caked leather vest and is like, you got the cream? And I pull out the same tube of diaper cream, and I'm like, got it right here, brother. And he's like, right on, brother. Stay strapped. And he walks out. Oh, my God. Oh. I still wake up in the middle of the night to this day and go, he had the cream. And I go back to sleep. Peacefully. Right next to his buck knife. Amazing. What's your gang? Hell's Dads? Who are you guys? It's magnificent. Oh.
My name's Alex. I'm from Boston. Woo. I'm from Boston. I go home every year for Thanksgiving. Really looking forward to it this year. Last year was weird because last Thanksgiving I came out to my family. I'm not gay. I just thought it would be hilarious. I have an uncle who doesn't like gay people, and because of that, I've actually come out of the closet on Thanksgiving every Thanksgiving for the last 4 years. And they say that coming out is like the hardest thing that a young person can do, and it is, but it gets easier every single year. Here's how I do it. I stand up with a glass of water and a knife, like I'm giving a toast at a wedding. And I go, excuse me, everyone. I have an announcement to make. And then my uncle goes, oh, for Christ's sake, again! And I release the doves. I do my musical number. I throw the glitter. It's part of the meal now. Do you know what I mean? It's part of Thanksgiving. It's part of the ritual of Thanksgiving. It's part of the... People expect it. Like the turkey comes out. The potatoes come out. I come out. And I thought about not doing it this year because my grandfather came to Thanksgiving for the first time in a decade, and no one has told him about my little joke because he's 88 and he doesn't do surprises. Do you know how some older folks just do not do surprise? Like, my grandfather hates surprises. It's not even like an old person thing. He's always had surprises. And it goes back to, like, the first time he was surprised. He was 16, and he was asleep on this boat in Pearl Harbor. And since then... he doesn't like surprises or sushi, and we leave him alone. And I thought about not doing it, but as soon as it was announced on the family WhatsApp that he was coming, all of my cousins texted like, are you gonna do it this year? And I'm like, you bet your butt I'm gonna do it this year. And my brother was like, backup dancers? I was like, not this year. Just me. If you want to know how it went down, here's how it went down. We're all sat around the table. It's me, my family, my grandfather, and my best friend from college, Michael. He had nowhere to go this year for Thanksgiving, so I invited him. And as I stand up with a glass of water and the knife, I realize he has no idea what's about to happen. And the look on his face is pure confusion. But I'm on a mission, so I'm like, excuse me, everyone. Excuse me, everyone. My uncle's head drops. Excuse me, everyone. I have an announcement. Michael and I have an announcement to make. And everyone looks at my grandfather. Everyone, except for Michael, who's excused himself to make a phone call real quick. Everyone looks at my grandfather, and my grandfather crosses his arms, and he looks around the table, and real loud, he just goes, I've known since he was 9 years old.
My whole life growing up poor, rural Tennessee, whenever I heard others talk about white people, in my head that was always like Connecticut, Yacht Club, like Dill. Is that Dill? Like in white people, right? Like white people. And I didn't know what I was, but I knew I wasn't the same thing as them. And it was very confusing to me as a young man. Now that I'm an adult, it couldn't be more clear. I'm not white, I'm white trash. Right? And it's like, and it is different. It is different. There's a whole list of differences. Like white people got a trust fund, white trash people got trust issues. It's like, white people got a sister who's secretly a lesbian. White trash people got a sister who's secretly their mama. White people play golf with their boss on the weekends. White trash people play scratch-offs with their rent money on payday. It's different. The way they have kids is different. Nowadays, white people wait till they're 35 to have kids. They got in vitro clinics, ovulation calendars, fertility stuff. White trash people more fertile than an Amish cornfield, baby. You can't stop us from having kids, no matter how hard you try. The way they name those kids is different. White parents are like, Braden, Paisley, it's time for your piccolo lessons. Right? White trash parents like, Remington, Bassmaster. Quit exploding them frogs, get in the damn house. It's different. I know. I have kids. Of course I have kids. I worry about my kids all the time on account of this trash blood I gave them. You know, like I try to raise them right, but I worry at the end of the day my trash blood will be too much for them to overcome, you know? Like nobody should be forced to be giving my blood, dude. Like the Red Cross looks at my family history and they're like, we're good. Thanks, though. Right? Like, thank God for my wife for diluting it with hers a little bit, you know? But like, I love my wife, but she's from a different town in rural Tennessee. Like, her blood ain't top shelf for nothing, you know? Like, let's be honest. Like, my wife's blood is like boxed wine, you know? It's like, it's nobody's favorite, but people can handle it in a pinch, you know? My blood's just moonshine made in a radiator, dude. Like, it's just poison. That's all it is. Right? So I worry all the time about how my kids are going to turn out, right? But believe it or not, living in Los Angeles has kind of helped me with this. Because, like, you live in LA, you look around, you see plenty of rich white kids that are all f***ed up too, you know? And it makes me feel better. I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's not about the blood. Maybe it's just a crapshoot either way, right? But I got to say, I feel like that's another way in which they're different is childhood trauma. Because, like, rich white kids are like, yeah, my mother was never very emotionally available, and I've got a lot of residual psychological scarring from that. And white trash kids are like, I got beat with a tire iron. I have actual scars from that.
Everybody remembers their first job as a kid, man. You know, maybe you sold Girl Scout cookies, maybe you mowed lawns, you babysat, whatever. I was about 12 years old when I got my first job. I was the account manager for my granny's Marlboro Miles. Okay, real ones, no. Okay, yeah. So for everybody that was either too young to remember or Maybe you just had a great childhood. Let me set it up for you guys, okay? Marlboro used to have this program where if you smoked a ton of their cigarettes, they'd send you free shit. That's right, free stuff for doing the thing you loved most, man. The world really was a better place. And they used a point system, okay? It was 5 points per pack of cigarettes. And all you had to do was save up a whole bunch of points, pick what you wanted from the Marlboro catalog, okay? Send in your points, and they would mail you your item in the longest 6 to 8 weeks of your life. Marlboro sunglasses, Marlboro jackets, Marlboro coolers, Marlboro tents, Marlboro dartboards. I mean, they had it all, man, okay? And every item they had the Marlboro logo plastered across it. Because this was really all about marketing, okay? Because before this, the only way to advertise that you smoke Marlboros is if you walked around with an oxygen tank. And every item they had probably cost them $2 to make, you know, if that. And it was made by a 6-year-old Vietnamese kid who was definitely also smoking Marlboro Reds. Man, when they dropped this program, my granny upped it from 2 packs a day to 4. She quit becoming an addict and became an investor. And she had her eyes set on the biggest prize in that catalog, the Marlboro bicycle. Because nothing screams a healthy lifestyle like chain smoking while riding a bike. And y'all, the bicycle was 16,000 points. Now let's do a little math here, okay? That equals 3,200 packs of cigarettes. And let's say in the late 90s, early 2000s, I'm just lowballing here. Let's say a pack of cigarettes was $2. That equals $6,400 in cash. You could buy a Chevy S10 for $6,400 in 1998. That's trailer trash math, okay? And to you or me, that doesn't make sense. But to my granny, that's a free bike. Oh my God, you guys. It was wild. Y'all, our monthly cigarette budget was more than the grocery budget. One month, it was either cigarettes or toilet paper. And guess who had to wipe their ass with coffee filters? Me. She took it serious, man. She did, y'all. One time, my uncle got drunk and tripped over my grandma's little chihuahua. Went airborne, okay? Dropped a whole bowl of Wolf brand chili onto the coffee table. Ruined a fat stack of Marlboro miles I just counted out. Y'all, my grandma lost her shit. I swear to God, I saw it in slow motion, you guys. She jumped up, she chokeslammed my uncle through the screen door into the backyard. It was wild, man. She went from 0 to full-blown Undertaker in 0.3 seconds.
Saddest song in the world is Margaritaville by Jimmy Buffett. But not Margaritaville as it was written. You gotta think about what Margaritaville is now. Because now Margaritaville isn't a fictional location where some made up, relaxed dude like, I guess I screwed things up, whatever, que sera. Ooh, thatched roofed huts, white sand beach, I'll get over it. No. Margaritaville now. Now that you know it's a real brick and mortar restaurant that sits in the parking lots of shopping malls throughout the country. If you listen to the lyrics of that song, but that's the setting, that's the darkest shit you've ever heard in your life. Not some fictional island that's in the Caribbean. How do we get to it? Stolen jet boat? Maybe one of them airplanes that has hot dog buns instead of wheels, so it can cruise right up onto the beach. No, Margaritaville number 218, St. Paul, Minnesota. Let's say early February. It's the tail end of a lunch rush. It's a community college dropout behind the bar just wiping off laminate menus. And there's a man sitting at the bar by himself, openly weeping into a basket of coconut shrimp. Some people say that's a woman to blame. But I know. This is my own damn fault. Hey, Terry, you want to get your together? There's families in here right now, bud. I get that you're a bit broken up, but we can't be like this. My assistant manager's here, and you're looking real overserved right now, all right? I can box this up, and you could eat it in your van, but I can't have this. That's a Pee-wee soccer team in the back room, all right? Let's get it together, okay? Can I get you anything else? I'm just looking for my lost shaker of salt. There's one on every table. What the f*** does that even mean, man? Why are you wearing up flip-flops? It's freezing outside. So pay less shoes across the parking lot. I'll give you the money for boots. That joke will be even better when I learn more lyrics to Margaritaville.
I got married 2 years ago. But we didn't go on our honeymoon until last year. Yeah. We went to Italy. Yeah. Boy, they are Italian over there. You think you're prepared for it, because, like, it's Italy, and then you're sitting at a cafe in Rome, and the server comes over, and he's like, okay, so first of all, we know do spaghetti. And you're sitting there like, oh, my God. The racist didn't go far enough this time. We were in Naples. We went to Naples, and in Naples, I saw 3 people riding one Vespa. 2 of them were smoking unfiltered cigarettes, and the third was holding an open bottle of red wine. It was a toddler. It was a toddler holding the wine. In Naples, they use toddlers as cup holders for wine. We went to the Vatican on our trip, which, as a Jew, does feel like a secret mission. I felt like if I made it all the way through without getting detected, I should get to kiss the Pope. And I just like, mwah, you didn't find me. He'd probably be cool with it, right? This Pope, isn't it still like the cool Pope right now? Isn't it still? Yeah, the Pope who's just like that's his energy. He's like, hey, call me Rick. How are ya? Yeah, like, he doesn't do the big hat. He does a little Catholic yarmulke. That's his energy, right? Kirkland signature robes. That's the Pope. You know who I feel bad for is the next Pope. Because he didn't sign up for all this humble stuff. Right? If he ever wants to go back to full Pope hat strength, he's going to have to do it gradually. Where people are going to talk. He's going to have to, every week, wear a slightly bigger hat. He's going to be in meetings at the Vatican like, okay, so first order of business is and one of the cardinals is going to be like, Your Holiness. Is that a bigger hat? No. It's a different hat. It was scary, Italy. A little bit. Because as you're going around the country, you're learning a little bit about its history. And I was reminded that not too long ago, Italy used to be a fascist country. In the 1930s and the 1940s, under Benito Mussolini, they were fascist. And that was crazy to me because this is also the country that invented the ravioli. And it's just hard to hold those two ideas in your head at the same time. Although, I guess if you lived in a country where one person invented something as impactful as the ravioli, you might be more willing to believe that a man could be God. And then I thought about it some more, and I realized something startling. Many of the countries that have given us the finest dumplings on the planet have, at one time or another, succumbed to fascism. Think about it. Russia, dumplings, fascism. Poland, dumplings, fascism. China, in my opinion, the finest dumplings on the planet, but also, occasionally, unfortunately, fascism. So I guess the question that we need to ask ourselves as Americans is, do Hot Pockets count? Because otherwise,
So I'm in therapy. Anybody here in therapy? Oh, wow, that's a nice response. Usually it's just one person that's like, help. I'm like, oh. Let's talk to you. Yeah, I think therapy is amazing, but I guess not everybody always needs therapy. Some people do need therapy. And you can usually tell who those people are because they say things like, I don't need any therapy. I prefer to be a burden to my loved ones. You're like, sir, this is an Arby's. Why are you shouting? You're alarming the children. I had to work on my self-worth in therapy because I kept attracting some of the wrong people. One of my friends told me this quote. She said, once you know your worth, you'll stop giving people discounts. And I was like, well, slap my and call me Groupon, baby.
Everything's expensive in New York. I went to buy new glasses, eyeglasses, went to a boutique place. I go, how much are these glasses? The guy said they're $1,000. I was like, oh, that's kind of expensive. He's like, well, think of it this way. You'll have them for 3 years. It's like $1 a day. Well, when you put it that way, it sounds more expensive. If I asked you how much these glasses were, and you said you have to give me $1 a day every day for 3 years, I'd be like, wow, that is a pricey pair of glasses. I'm doing the math in my head. I'd say that's roughly $1,000. Why don't I take $1,000, buy 2 pairs of $200 glasses, and also a round-trip ticket to Barcelona? No, I'm glad we're traveling again. A few years ago, I went to Bangkok. Almost didn't go. Saw a video on YouTube called The Scams of Bangkok. This dude was a little paranoid. He's like, if you go to a museum and you see someone smiling, total scam. If you go to a restaurant, they have noodles on the menu, your identity's just been stolen. If you show up at your hotel, there's a front desk, call Interpol. Classic flim-flam. Can't believe I've barely done any crowd work. What do you think? How's it going? What's your name? What do you do, Chris? Design engineer. Holy shit. I don't think I want to do crowd work tonight. Design engineer? What does that mean?
I design recessed lights, track lights.
Okay, all right. I'm in the business, I get this. I was just looking at how great these recessed lights are tonight. It was good talking to you, Chris. We just took a recess from being funny for a while. Yeah. Holy. I pulled that one out, huh?
You know, I'm a big Dr. Phil guy. Dr. Phil, just such a, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but the way he'll just chop you down and then throw to commercial. Brilliant comedic timing. Just, hey, you are, hey, shut your mouth, you little twat. We'll be right back. And just every time, hilarious. I don't know what the episode was about, where that context was headed, but hey, Nathan, look at me right now. Look at me. I don't like your attitude. I don't like your energy, okay? You're 16. I don't know how you got out of bed. Okay, you're dressed like a goddamn WNBA ref, okay? You're on my stage right now. I don't like the way that your eyes are looking at my... I want to hit you, dog, but I'm not gonna, because you got secrets, okay, Nathan? And we got to get to rock top to figure out why you're at rock bottom, because your heart's being driven into the ground. It's a depressive submarine, and you need help, okay? Give me one reason, Nathan, why you're not a loser, and I'll give you 10 reasons why everyone in your family wishes you were dead. We'll be right back. We'll see if we get Nathan to step back from that ledge, my friend. Third Eye Blind style.
There's a lot of rules now, right? You can't do a lot of stuff. But the one thing I won't do is I won't guess gender. I just don't do it. I go, hey, when I was younger, I used to go, hey, you, and my mom would go, that is rude. Turns out it's the most woke thing you could ever say. Who knew construction workers have been ahead of the game this entire time? I was in San Francisco getting a coffee one time, and I walked in, and the person working had a name tag on, and it said Eric, and Eric had a beard. I don't pretend to know where Eric's life started, but that dude, that day, I'm pretty sure he was a dude, right? And so I said, hey, Eric, can I get a coffee? And he goes, no problem. And I said, all right, just 1 pump of vanilla, please. And he goes, yep. And then he turned around and put 4 pumps of vanilla in it. And I go, that's going to be too much vanilla. I'm going to be eating Little Debbie zebra rolls with that coffee, and that's too sweet. So I was going to say, excuse me, sir, but instead of saying sir, I freaked out and held the S, trying to think of something else that started with S till I ran out of breath. I was like, excuse me, I'm a snake. And then I left without my coffee. I'm gonna retell that story in 3 chunks. Paid for coffee, told another person I was a snake, then I left without my coffee. And my friend waiting outside was like, "Where's your coffee?" And I was like, "Snakes don't have hands, idiot!" I was so embarrassed I held on to the lie for 2 more blocks.
I hate going through airport security because every time I go, I have to go through that big full body machine. You know, the one where you pose for 3 seconds and then it tells you if you're a terrorist or not. But I don't know if you know this, when you go through that machine, the agent actually has to pick your gender. That's how the machine works. So since I look like me, he picks male. Then I go through the machine, and then he's like, we got to do it again. I'm like, what do you mean we have to do it again? Okay, you messed up. I feel like you just have to do it again. Yeah, even if I was carrying a bomb, just let me keep it, okay? That's good customer service. So they make me go through the machine twice, so I'm getting cancer twice as fast. Very fun. But usually when I go through the first time, the machine will go off, so the guy comes over, he starts patting me down. I don't say anything because it's 9 in the morning, I'm tired, also it does nothing for me. So he starts patting me down, and at right about here, he realizes that he's wrong. Then you can just see the color drain from his face. He's like, oh my God, this might be sexual harassment. And that just makes my day, okay? Because he thinks I'm gonna sue him. I'm not. But you don't know that. I just walk away and I wave and I wink, you know? It's like a fun little game I like to play.
I do like how when you go into a Starbucks, everybody's working on their dreams, but when you walk into a Dunkin' Donuts, no one's doing anything in there. Have you seen anybody work on anything in a Dunkin' Donuts before? No. They're all sleeping. Like, is this a heroin den? What is this? I was like, you guys should become a bus station. This is a shithole in here. So depressing. I saw a guy walk into a job interview with a Frappuccino once. I'm like, good luck, buddy. What a great way to tell your employer that you're responsible, like starting your day off with a milkshake. Like, okay. It had extra drizzle on it. Just to, like, hit it home. I was like, that's not the appropriate beverage to bring into a job interview. I feel like you should come in with a mug with coffee in it. Like, what a great way to project that you work there already. Like, oh, did you guys call? It has CEO on the mug. They're like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You're like, it says it on the mug. You just have to project. But I'm turning 42 soon. I'm bummed about that. It's great. I'm glad you guys didn't clap. A lot of people do. It's weird. People sometimes clap when you tell them that you're in your 40s, like you've been serving your country. They're like, okay, yeah, I'll take it. That sounds great. But I've been trying to stay younger, so I've just been overdrafting my bank account a whole bunch. God, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, you know? It's so good. But now I'm at that age, though, where I finally have accepted my body. And then my body's like, I think we're going to go in another direction. I'm like, oh, can we talk about this? I only now just got used to the pooch. And it's like, yeah, but now we're going to add hair to places. So I can't wait to get used to that. I think if I just let myself go, I could just naturally turn into a man. Which I'm fine with, because I kind of need the money right now. I'm like, yes, I need a raise.
Every summer, my friends and I, we would go to the fair, go to the Midway. I'm sure you probably know, on the Midway, there's a sort of notoriously janky haunted house, right? So every year, my friends and I would go into this horrible, dilapidated haunted house, and we would roast it. You know what I'm saying? Just 4 boys criticizing the lighting, the set design, the acting, you know, real bad boy shit. So yeah, it was our senior year. It was like one of those high school movies, kind of bittersweet. We were like, we're all going to different colleges. This might be the last time we roast this haunted house together. We gotta savor this moment. And we walk in, and they go way faster than me. So I'm by myself, just criticizing left and right. And I turn a corner, and this guy dressed up as a werewolf gives the worst performance you've ever seen in your life. He jumps out. This is legit. He was just like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, come on, dude. I was like looking at him through the holes in his mask. I was like, that was the worst werewolf I've ever seen. And I've been to a lot of these, okay? You really got to step it up. That was pathetic. And he fucked me up. Like, he just kicked the shit out of me. It was crazy. He threw me against the wall. He's punching me in the ribs, slamming my head against the wall. Like, you know, and you never expect that from a werewolf. I was getting beaten up, and people were walking by. I was begging people, passersby, get this werewolf off of me. Please help me. Help me. I'm really getting hurt. Help me. No one would help me. And it took me so long before I realized, of course, no one's helping me. Because they're turning the corner, and they're just like, damn, they really stepped it up this year. That looked like a real werewolf attack. That little girl was really, really crying.
I love everything about doing stand-up comedy. I like the bad parts of doing stand-up. I like staying in the worst hotels I've ever seen in my entire life. Your Days Inns, okay? Your Quality Inns. Anybody familiar? No? All rich as hell? Okay, cool. That's good. Have you ever walked into a Quality Inn and you're just like, honestly, I would have gone for quantity at this point. You guys really messed up the quality part, if I'm being honest. I stayed at a Days Inn in Southwest Arkansas recently, not to flex on you guys. Do not want to brag. That had a loofah in the shower. How do we feel about that? Would you use a Days Inn loofah? No. Okay. So I didn't think that I would either. It was a long day on the road. I was feeling grimy. I used it, okay? I like exfoliated. It was like 6 or 7 minutes. I washed myself like a woman in a movie who was trying to forget a memory. Do you know what I mean? It was deep. It was severe. The next day I went to check out and the guy was like, how was your stay? I was like, I really like the loofah. I think it's a nice touch. And he, of course, said, what loofah? I loved being in the South, though. I'm from the South, like Iliza said. I'm from Nashville. I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. My first working years of my life, from the time I was 15 until I was 47 years old, I worked at a water park in Nashville, Tennessee called Nashville Shores Water Park. It's the home of water, sun, and family fun. If you haven't heard about it. I learned a lot of very important lessons from working at a water park. I do want to share some of them with you now. Okay, number one, there is no right or wrong response to being called a bitch by a guy who is both soaking wet and eating a corn dog. Okay? That's not even a real person. Gloves are off, okay? You can say whatever you want to that guy. Number two, if you're ever checking bags at a water park and you find a big old bag of weed, you just get to have that now. That's just yours. There's no step two. Just get high, you know? Have a great summer. Hags, girl. Hags it up. Number three, and I think maybe most importantly, if you think that someone might be a little bit too fat to fit into an enclosed water slide, it is cool if you just let them figure that out on their own, okay? Do not call them out. They'll call you a bitch while they eat a corn dog. They do it every time. Literally every time. I will never forget the day at that job that my boss told me to be sure to confiscate any guns that I found. He said, be sure to snatch up any handguns you find. I am still laughing thinking about what teenager making $6.25 an hour is taking a handgun from the kind of guy that brings a gun to a water park, okay? Can you imagine trying to take a gun from a water park guy and it like going well? Just being like, sir, I'm gonna have to confiscate that. He's just like, oh my God. Egg on my face. I didn't read the rules. Of course. No, he's gonna shoot you, okay?
I don't fight anymore. The last time I got in a fight, I was like, it was like 10 years ago. I was living in New York City, and I was walking in my neighborhood, like in the Lower East Side, and I hear this guy behind me goes, "Hey man, what are you looking at?" And I turned around, which don't do that. If you go to New York City and you hear somebody behind you yelling, you just keep walking. If it sounds like your mom, leave her. Like you just leave her. Cut her loose, okay? It was a crazy guy. He sprinted up. He got my face. He goes, "I was talking to you, man. Don't walk away from me, man." I go, "I don't know who you are, man." And he punched me in the head. Like, I should have seen it coming. He was like winding up like it was cartoons. Like he was like Popeye. He's like winding up and he hit me. And at that point, I hadn't been hit in about 20 years and I forgot what you were supposed to do. And then I remembered I used to practice fighting every day in college and I wrestled him. I did. I shot a single leg takedown to the right side. I picked his leg way up here like you're supposed to, and he went right down. Like he sucked. Like this guy, I guarantee he never made it past districts. Like he just wasn't good. And I got on top of him and I lost my mind. I was like, "I used to wrestle! If somebody would have walked by, they would have been like, "There's a crazy guy getting beat up by a really crazy guy." And it's New York City, so people did start walking by, and it's New York City, so nobody cared. They're like, "Oh, looks like Larry's losing tonight." Anyway, finally some guy walked by and he pulled out his cell phone, he started videotaping us, and that's when it all came flooding back to me. I'm like, I'm 46, I'm fighting in a major metropolitan area on the streets. There's gonna be legal consequences. And it was the weirdest end to a wrestling match. I just go, "Hey man, I gotta go." Like I just left. My mom said I had to be home by 8. Like I just left and he left and nobody said anything. Like the only guy that said anything was a dude with the cell phone. As I was walking away, he goes, "Yo dog, why'd he hit you?" I was like, "'Cause he's crazy." He goes, "You a champ, dog. You a champ." And that made me like proud. I was proud. I was like, yeah, at least one person in this city knows I can still beat a heroin addict in a wrestling match if I need to. And I just I went home and I was like shaken up. And I called my friend Mike, who had lived in the city for a long time. And we got to the part about the cell phone, and he goes, whoa, dude, this is on tape? I go, "Yeah, I guess so." He goes, "Dude, this is gonna be the biggest thing in your career." I go, "Hey man, I had a Comedy Central special." He goes, "Yeah, dude, but people are gonna watch this like they're..."
And I love horror movies, you know, that's where I grew up on. Do you love horror movies? Yeah. You have a favorite horror movie? Get Out? I like Pretty Woman. You thought I said horror. Understandable. No, I like it. Have you ever seen Blackula? Blackula is fantastic. 1972, William Marshall plays Blackula. The first scene in Blackula, Dracula bites a black guy. This is easily anticipated if you know the name of the movie you're watching. And then Dracula goes, "I christen you Blackula." And they cut. And I wish they would just hold it for 5 more seconds. So you can hear Blackula go, "Ha ha ha! What the did you say my name was?" Just to watch Dracula backpedal. "Look, as the king of vampires, I come from a position of privilege that I clearly didn't take into consideration when I made that joke, which is not indicative of my feelings in any way. I won't even eat Count Chocula. Like, I'm committed. I want you to know my truth. That's what this is about." And then all the bros with podcasts will drag Dracula for backpedaling to Blackula. You gotta double down on that all the time. You gotta just double down. That's the problem. There's no real men anymore.
Yeah, I moved to Minnesota last year in the month of January. And that's how you die. 8-month winters are brutal. God. When I hit my 1-year mark of living there, some of my friends were like, "Oh, how did you celebrate?" I was like, "Oh, I just walked into my bathroom like it was a prison cell and etched one tally." I did learn a lot by moving there then. I learned that God forbid you try using a bidet there in the winter. That water feels like local anesthesia. Did not feel my beehole for 5 months. It's such a weird state. Right when I moved there, I turned on the TV and there were commercials for vacations to Alaska. And that's when I knew I fucked up. I was like, oh, these are broken people. If Alaska is their Cancun. Living in Minnesota and going on vacation to Alaska is like owning a Nissan Sentra and going on vacation and renting a Nissan Sentra. That's the same terrible. Minnesota was a tough sell, though. I found out also when I got there that they have some of the highest state taxes. I was like, for why? You're cold and expensive? That's like a dog who's ugly and bites. Put it down. Let's get out of here. Skedaddle. And I moved there from Washington where there are no state taxes. So now anytime my boyfriend tries to start a fight with me, I'm like, oh, let me remind you that being your girlfriend now costs me $38 a day. Let me set the thermostat to 72. Off. Let's pick our battles today.
I try to make myself feel better by telling myself it's not a Southern accent thing, it's an American accent thing. Like the idea that any thick regional American accent can sound kind of dumb, not just this one, you know? Like if you go to the doctor to get some test results back, yeah, you don't want this accent from the doctor. I know, you don't, right? You don't. But you also don't want some meatball from the Bronx, you know, like, listen, this is what it is, you got stage 4 cancer, what are you gonna do? No, what are you gonna do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your chemo, you're gonna take your radiation, you're gonna kick cancers. Actually, I do want a Bronx doctor. I take that back. That sounds pretty inspiring, actually. But like if you're on a plane in the Midwest and the pilot comes on like, okay, got a little snow system up here, just gonna scooch right by there, don't you know? No whoops-a-daisies today, no sir, gonna be a hoot.
As a New Yorker, I travel a lot more now, and like the more I travel, the more I'm starting to see New York a little differently, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like you travel outside of New York, you start to pick up on things. Like that first day back is rough. I get back, I get off my flight, I look around, I'm like, it is kind of nasty. I don't want to feel that way about my city, man. But I go to other places and I'm like, there's no trash around your trees. Where do you guys keep your trash? In bins? That's disgusting. I don't touch my trash.
Shower. I do take care of myself. I try. I've been trying. I eat a lot of Tums. Tums are very good. I don't know if you've had Tums lately. They've gotten, last 10 years have been special. It's borderline top 5 candy in the country right now. I give it out on Halloween. It's gotten so good. They just came out with orange cream. I don't know if y'all get the same emails I do, but new flavor just dropped. It's orange cream Tums. Half of them are orange, half of them are cream. And then you can kind of mix and match. That's what Tums does. They let you decide, how strong do you want to go, right? You can go all orange today, live it up. But at some point, you got to go all cream. Is this relatable? What I do, I got a system. I do 2 orange, 1 cream. I put some M&Ms in there. I shake it up. It's good. It's tearing me up, but I'm enjoying the ride.
Farm guy. I'm a suburb guy. I'm a suburb guy. And, I think a lot of people say the suburbs is like a soft life. Like it's easy. It's not. It's tough. There's a lot of tough stuff. I had a problem at the Red Lobster the other day. It was serious. I mean, here's what happened. My waitress thought that I was poor. I'm not, okay? I'm not rich. I'm not gonna stand up here and brag to you guys about how much money I make, but let's just say I can walk into a Red Lobster and get whatever, okay? Like, I'm making that kind of cash. Like, I'm pulling that down. I'm not saying every day, but I'm saying 2-3 times a month I can walk in there, and I'm not looking at the prices, okay? And not just during Lobster Fest. I'm saying on a regular Tuesday, I'm doing fine. And I was wearing like my 3rd best shirt. This is 6. I didn't look poor. Here's what happened. I go, I'll take the trout, and I want some asparagus. She goes, oh, sir, asparagus is a premium side. I was like, what does that mean? It's real good? She goes, no, it's extra. I was like, how much? She goes, $1.29. I was like, I can swing it. I mean, I'm gonna have to call my guy. We're gonna have to move some stuff around. Probably put off retirement for a couple years, but I want the asparagus. Matter of fact, I want 3 asparaguses, or three asparagus. What I'm trying to say is I can spare a guy, okay? I got plenty of guys. I'm gonna keep the girls, but I don't like it when they tell you how many sides you can have at the restaurant. I went to this place, I go, I'll take the salmon, I want a baked potato, and I want a sir, you only get 1 side. I get however many sides I say I get. I'm a grown man, all right? I decide the sides. I'm the side decider. I'll make it rain sides up in here. I want all the sides. I want them all twice, okay? I want a baked potato twice. And I'm not talking about a twice baked potato. I want 2 baked potatoes side by side. I want a roast beef sandwich. Sir, that's not a side. Well, then you put it on the side. I call the shots. Yeah. I want rice pilaf. And between me and you guys, I have no idea what rice pilaf is. I went to 5 different restaurants and I ordered rice pilaf, and it was completely different at every restaurant. These pilaf farmers need to standardize their product. I'll tell you that right now. Like, I Googled it, very loose definition. From what I can tell, rice pilaf is rice with anything else you want to put in it. Anything. You know how sometimes you drop your phone in the toilet and you got to put it in rice to dry it out? Technically, that's rice pilaf, okay? That's a Palafian dish.
I flew in this afternoon, stole a muffin at the airport. Hey, kleptomaniac right off the top. I love that. Is there anything better than stealing at the airport? To commit petty crime and then just escape into the sky. Incredible. I stole a muffin in Kentucky, immediately took to the air, consumed the crime. Perfect. You're not going to believe this. On the plane, there was a second criminal. His crime was he tried to vape in the bathroom. Set off every alarm on the plane. Everyone thought, oh no, we're gonna die. We all thought the plane was going down. And then this guy came out of the bathroom in this like cloud, and he's like, oh, and then he like took a seat and just was like looking around like, oh, what did somebody else do? There's like a grape smoke leading to his face. And then the flight attendant was like, sir, you don't just get to like live your life now. Which I thought that was awesome. Southwest, man, they got bits, but they got burns too. They'll 2 sides of that coin. They'll hurt you if they feel they must. And then that guy just had an awful flight. He was rerouted to jail in front of 200 new enemies because we hated him. He he made us think we were gonna die. I thought my family was gonna die. I thought my wife and my daughter were gonna die. And my wife didn't even try to say goodbye. She was hugging our daughter, and then I tried to get in on that, and she didn't really make space. I hate that guy, man. He revealed flaws in my marriage with his vape smoke. Like a movie heist where they show the lasers when you smoke the thing. The vape cloud came out and I saw my wife for what she really is. That woman, she's selfish. How did I not see this before? I know now. Yeah. And so does 800-pound gorilla and their YouTube channel.
One day I learned a valuable lesson. Just shut up. It's good advice. If I ever meet newlyweds or engaged couples, I always tell the dude, bro, just shut up. You don't know how good this advice is, but it's advice I wish I'd gotten a long time before I had to figure it out on my own. I got terrible advice from my married friends at my reception. And I blame the open bar for that, looking back. I was engaged for a year and a half. They never said a word. Then there was free Kettle One for 4 hours. Now I got 27 Dr. Phil's popping up every 5 seconds. And my one buddy, I knew it was going to happen. I told her a week out. I said, listen, he's probably going to get pretty drunk at our reception. And my only ask of you is if you see him talking to me or even walking my way, you pull me aside or I'll be stuck with him all night. She's like, don't worry about it. So sure enough, he's wasted. Okay? We all knew he's wasted. He's breakdancing by himself on the middle of the dance floor to the soundtrack from Aladdin during appetizers. We all knew. So he goes into his backspin on Friend Like Me, finishes. We lock eyes. He gets up. He starts stumbling my way. I try to find her. She's leaving the room. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And I've known this dude since we were 3 years old. I've never seen him this drunk. I was like, hey man, you having a good time? Are you serious? This is the best wedding I've ever been to. And let me tell you something. I was laying over there and I was like, I've been married for a minute, what kind of best friend would I be if I didn't give my boy advice about marriage on his wedding night? So listen, if I was just gonna give you just one really good pee. Sorry, sometimes I can feel her walking up behind me. It's just... Just pick your battles. That's what every one of my married friends told me. They said, pick your battles. They said it like it was a secret. Top level intel. I was finally allowed to hear it. Pulled me aside. They're like, dude, it's so easy. Just pick your battles. It's terrible advice. What does it mean on paper? It means if I only argue my side every once in a while, I get to win that time. No, you don't. You never get to win. There'll be times you think you've won. She might even say, fine, you win. You have no idea how bad you've lost at this point. I don't like the word battles. I don't think that's accurate. Very dramatic. 90% of the things you argue about when you first get married are so dumb. She came up to me one time. Come here, you got a peeper. What? You have a peeper. What's a peeper? Josh, the white stuff in your eye when you wake up in the morning. Peeper. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. She's like, why? What do you call it? I was like, sleep? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does. That's what it's called. So it's at one side, but it's both, Jennifer. You have a piece of sleep in your eye, or you have some sleep in your eyes. It's the same word, singular and plural, like deer or fish, right? So we're going back and forth, knowing neither one of us is using the medical term for whatever that stuff is when you wake up in the morning. But my idiot friends are in the back of my head going, dude, you're about to decide what that's called in this house for the rest of your life. You might want to see this one through to the end. So I was like, all right, battle pick, let's dance. This is it. This is the one. I picked this one. I would like to select this battle to be mine. You could have the next 10, 15. I don't know, I was not given a number. I would like to choose this battle. She had no idea what I was talking about. It should have been over right then and there, according to legend. Nope. 2 hours later, I say sleep. She says peepers. I'm like, I'm sick of arguing about this. Let's just call somebody else. We get her friend Heather on the phone. Well, I say crusties. Crusties. You kidding me? It's for your nose. You got a crusty or there's a bat in the cave. We're not even talking about this. So we call my friend Dave. I say eye boogers. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to call him eye boogers. Why didn't I just shut up? If I just shut up, I'd be sitting on the couch all by myself playing Call of Duty in a much better mood. What's that, Peeper? Oh, I must have missed that this week. Whatever. But you know what we call it? Peepers. You're right. We call it peepers. So what was any of it for? I have no idea.
Good year for doctors to be on TV. Sanjay Gupta, oh my God, they put that guy to work. Especially early on in the pandemic, he'd be on CNN like, hi everyone, I'm Sanjay Gupta, I'm a neurosurgeon. And today I'm going to teach you how to sanitize a Nutri-Grain bar. I repeat, I'm a neurosurgeon. I do brain surgery. I could be doing brain surgery right now. In fact, someone isn't getting brain surgery. Because I'm standing here with a tub of Clorox wipes, about to teach you how to do something you don't actually need to do. But more on that in 8 months. Had to learn how to cook during the pandemic, went on TikTok for recipes. Every recipe on TikTok is speed-oriented. Like, do you want to make a 25-second breakfast? Start the clock. I started to embrace the idea of cooking, but then there's always that ingredient deal breaker. I'd be watching the chef on the screen, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. You think I have rice vinegar? You know I don't have rice vinegar. Look at me, you know I don't have it. 3 people in the world have rice vinegar. You and your 2 roommates. Realized how lazy I was about cooking. I'd read the directions on a microwave burrito. I'd be like, heat on high for 1 minute, then flip over. I didn't go to Le Cordon Bleu Culinary Academy. I'm gonna see if I can slam this out in 1 step. No basting. Glad we're eating out again. I've had some great exchanges with waiters and waitresses over the years. There's an actual exchange I had with a waiter at an Italian restaurant in New York City not too long ago. Hi, is it possible to get a decaf espresso? You're the worst. Okay. I don't mean to be all lawyerly, but that was a yes or no question. But if you want to go with you're the worst, that works fine. Anyway, give me a decaf espresso with a big spoon of ketchup in it. Now I'm really bad. I was in a diner in Oklahoma. I ordered a salad, and she goes, what kind of dressing? I said, Italian. She leaned in and whispered something to me, but I didn't understand her. I go, what's that? She goes like, it's not good. What's not good? The Italian dressing. It's not good. It's not good. What's not good about it? It's not that tangy. Maybe you and I have different standards for tangy. Which dressing should I get? I'd go with Thousand Island. I don't like Thousand Island. I'll have the Italian. Are you sure it's not good? What part of it's not good, don't you understand? We'll end that one right there.
Here in New York, we dealt with that, what was it, that terrible air quality last year for like a couple days. Came from Canada. Brush fires. I don't know, it was a major inconvenience. I was like, we should do something back to Canada, right? Don't let them get away with this. I had to search all over my apartment for a mask, looking under old mail inside my couch cushions. I found one, I was like, I hope this is safer. It was not. I wound up getting COVID from 2021. That was just chilling in my mask, waiting for the get back. As soon as I put that mask on, it was like, there you go. I was like, I can't smell. Not a single Canadian apologized either. Didn't hear a single sorry, eh? That's like their favorite thing. You gotta pay attention to these guys. Something new I started this. I got into started watching more cooking shows, right? I don't know. It gave me a different perspective. You call them Hot Pockets. I call it Pizza Wellington. A little bit on the culture side right now. Thank you. What else? Got into vision boarding. I thought you guys would applaud. No, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. I got into it on my own. I saw a homie doing it. I was like, that's like adult arts and craft. I can participate. Only issue is I don't know how long it takes to you have to like complete the visions. I keep getting different responses. Some people say, oh, you have a week. I'm like, that's quick. Some people are like, oh, you have forever. I'm like, that's way too long. You tell me I have until I die to make it to any beach? All right. I don't hate that. I want my vision board completed in a timely fashion. At this point, it just looks like a grocery list with cutouts. It's like Nike socks, deodorant. I even wrote a note to myself. I was like, get a sandwich named after you at the deli, right? That's motivation. That's probably the hardest thing on there. Just got a letter the other day from the IRS. Well, I got it like a year ago. I just recently opened it up. Didn't even get a chance to read it. Had to throw it right in the garbage. Was not on the vision board, so my hands were tied. I tried to open it. I got like a paper cut. I was like, that's the universe. I was like, I hear you, buddy. Lost a phone recently. Left that in the back of an Uber. Tried to email them to get the phone back. Driver never replied. I assume he found my phone, saw it was an Android, and then threw it out the window. That's funny? Okay. It's all good. I got another one, so we back. Still requesting that other charger, right? Nothing changed. But I tried to be patient. I waited for like a week, hoping to get this phone back. Like I said, never responded, which was tough because I forgot how hard it was to have to look at people in real life. Like it was just that or stare at my empty hand, which was a lot of back and forth. I was like, I don't want to know my future. Started wearing headphones plugged right into my pocket, just bobbing my head to silence. People thought I was rapping to myself. I was just saying, this is BS over and over under my breath. Did not appreciate that phone. That's the problem. I took it for granted. I played a lot of games. Like I would type in walking directions and then I would just jump in the car. Just to impress my phone. My phone would just get confused. Be like, how'd you get here so fast? I'd be like, whoa, Mind your business. You in my pocket. I pay the bill. It's not how this works. You gotta establish dominance over your phone. Let it know that it's not that smart, all right? I give you life. It would just autocorrect words that already exist, right? It just change them, right? Like I would type in the word they, and they would just be like thus. Confusing all my homies. They be like, bro, you taking a creative writing class? What's happening? Talk to us. Let us in. Had a homeboy hit me up. He was like, bro, let's go hit this bar, grab some drinks. I tried to reply back, say I was broke, but it auto-corrected to broken, which ended that conversation. I didn't hear back for weeks. I understood. He probably got the message, was like, I'm broken. That's too much unpacking. Probably through the phone.
You know, having a disability it's interesting because people always want to help me with stuff, and that's so kind. I do appreciate it. But here's the deal. For the most part, I got it, you know? And the other thing about me is I'm not afraid to ask you for help. Like, I know my limits. Like, let's say there's a pot of hot soup that needs to be carried. I'm like, hey, please, you know, thank you. Hey, I appreciate that, man, thank you. But what I've come to find is that more often than not, people are like, hey, can I pour that for you? And then they spill it, and I'm like, well, I could have done it. And you robbed me of my independence. That's actually the funny part, guys. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, this right arm, he's a busy boy over there. Very busy appendage, for sure. It's like living with a raccoon or something. Yeah, the sun goes down. He got some shit to do. He's over there scurrying around. I still don't even know where he got the watch. Yeah, the little won't let me look at it either. Like at night, I'm trying to sleep, and this thing is just up, you know, is writing emails. You know. I'm like, who could you possibly be writing to? Probably some clubfoot in Kansas. You know. That's a pretty hard correspondent right there. I can't imagine a clubfoot types too well. I don't know why I say this, man. I've been doing comedy pretty much my whole adult life. I did have one day job out of college. I worked for 6 months at a day program, which is basically a daycare for adults with severe mental and physical disabilities. And, you know, I really have had so much help in my life. So my thought was like, let me go back in the world and give some of that back. And I worked there for 6 months, and that is because I couldn't take anymore. And now let's just be clear about this situation. Had nothing to do with the people that came in for the services. The problem is, every morning they would come into the facility on the short bus. And I gotta tell you, there was nothing that I could do to convince the driver that I worked there. I go, all right, man, thanks. I got it from here. Okay, buddy. Who's a good helper? Who's a good helper? You're a good helper. Why don't you go inside? Go get a person. I'm like, I'll break your wrist, sir. All my new coworkers just looking out the window, laughing their ass off. Send them out again. 6 months of that shit. I snapped one morning. I picked up a helmet and I put it on and I got on the dude's bus. I was like, take me home. I'm done here, I'm done. And now I do comedy.
My new fear, now that COVID has subsided, is being pushed onto the subway tracks. I don't know if you guys get our news here in Nashville, you know? The Nashville Tribune or the Nashville Inquisitor, I'm not sure what your paper is called. But we're pushing each other on the subway tracks. And the big problem is, you don't know who's gonna push you. If it was one person, we could strategize around that individual, but it could be anybody. And I'll tell you what the answer isn't. Asking each person on the platform if they're thinking about pushing. Because I saw a guy who looked suspicious and I said, sir, you don't look right. Are you thinking about pushing? He goes, I wasn't before you mentioned it. But to be honest, now that you brought it up, it sounds like it might be refreshing. Yeah, guys, it's pushing season. So I just assumed I'm getting pushed, you know. Every time I'm on the platform, I get in a stance. Knee slightly bent, head on a swivel. You know, good form, getting ready to get pushed. Because I feel like if I get pushed, a lot of the trains are delayed, I can pop back up. Now I'm in that guy's head, you know? So no one talks about the pop-up. You're ready to get pushed, and you get pushed, and you pop back up. It shows that guy I'm resilient, right? He's just gonna push me in front of a train, dog. Am I relating to some of the younger people that way? Maybe, should I say dog at the end of the jokes? It's just, I'm trying to relate to the Gen Zs. So I'm on the platform, knees slightly bent, head on a swivel, ready to get pushed. I see a guy I know, he's a waiter at one of the clubs I work. I go, hey man, what's up? How was your pandemic? He goes, pretty good. I go, are you going back to work soon? He goes, I don't do that anymore. I sell Bitcoin now. He goes, do you know what Bitcoin is? I go, I don't think anyone actually knows what Bitcoin is. He goes, well, let me explain it to you. And about 5 minutes into the explanation, I was like, I'd rather you just push me onto the tracks. So now I'm taking Lyft, and I know you guys probably don't take Lyft, you know, because you guys have cars. I'm sorry, trucks. I don't like Lyft, you know. I like to put in where I'm going. I want Lyft to give me the price and how long it's going to take to pick me up. And Lyft initially does that, but then they start negotiating, and I don't like that. They're like, hey, Mike, instead of picking you up in 4 minutes, how about we knock $1.75 off and we pick you up in 22 minutes? Would that be cool? No, Lyft, that would not be cool. I'm in a dangerous neighborhood. I might not be alive in 22 minutes. Well, how about we knock $4 off and we send you a car with a driver who may or may not be drunk? You might have to actually drive. How about we knock $8 off and we just send you a guy, no car? I go, is this even Lyft anymore? This feels like Grindr. This feels like a gay hookup app. And I am not gay. But I do love a discount. So I guess it's decision time for me. And how much feedback does Lyft need? I'm flying out of LaGuardia, which is one of our airports in New York. I fly out like at 6 a.m. I get to the airport, my phone's blowing up. I'm like, who's calling me this early? Who's texting me? It's Lyft. With a bunch of questions. How was the ride? Rate the driver. Review the ride. Give him a tip. Give him a compliment. I'm like, oh my God. I wanted a ride to the airport. I didn't want to become a foster parent. How much work is this? So I just did it old school, verbally. I go, Farik. His name was Farik. I say to him, I go, Farik, 4 out of 5 stars. You got me to the airport beautifully, but you were yelling at your wife in Farsi the entire trip. And I feel obligated to tell you that yelling is toxic and problematic. It's no longer ethnic. It is now toxic and problematic. Have you guys been flying during the Pandesi? The Pandas? The Pandas. But all my flights have been delayed because they're cleaning and sanitizing the plane. That's what they say. We're cleaning and sanitizing every part of the plane. And it's like, can you get there 15 minutes early to clean and sanitize? They go, no, we're cleaning and sanitizing. That's the reason for our delays. Nobody overslept. We're cleaning and sanitizing every part of the plane. So I get on the plane and I head to the emergency row. That's where I sit. I'm a hero. And there's crumbs in my seat. So I go to the flight attendant. I go, did you clean and sanitize the plane? She goes, we cleaned and sanitized every part of the plane. I go, what'd you clean it with? Cookies? And then I was going to ask for seat reassignment. If you're not comfortable in the emergency row, you guys know that you can do that. You can ask for a seat reassignment. But have you ever asked for seat reassignment? They get real mad. You get more support asking for gender reassignment than you do for seat reassignment. I don't want you to think that I don't follow the rules. I do follow the rules. My problem is when someone is trying to exert power over me. I don't like that. If it's just the rules, I'll follow them. But when someone's trying to exert power, I buck. Example, I'm flying out of John F. Kennedy Airport. It's one of the airports we have in New York. So I'm taking my little bag, you know. I never check luggage. I have 5 outfits like this. So I take my little bag. Before I even get close to the woman, she goes, you're gonna have to check it. You're gonna have to check that. You will have to check it. And I go, but it's my emotional support bag. I have things in there that I need for emotional support. I watch you guys let people take dogs and pigs and chickens onto the plane. I would like to take my emotional support bag on. She goes, sir, that's not real. I go, apparently, miss, you don't know that much about mental health. Because it's very real. Now, I have a letter from my doctor. And I gave her the letter, and she read it, and she goes, this letter is fake. And I go, I know, I'm a liar. That's part of my disability. I need my emotional support bag. I have things in there for emotional support. She goes, there's a metal contraption next to the door. If you can fit your bag in that metal contraption, you could take it on the flight. So I try, guys, like 20 times, and it's not fitting. Yet I know that it will fit in the overhead compartment. This is a setup. So I have to take my bag back to her, defeated. And she goes, I'm very sorry, but like I said, you're gonna have to check your bag. I go, I don't think you are very sorry. I think you're quietly celebrating. And then there was a joke, there was a joke to be made, so I made a joke. I go, I know this is John F. Kennedy Airport, but you're treating me like Lee Harvey Oswald. Give her a little shot, give her a little shot. She goes, be that as it may, sir, you will have to check your bag. I go, it's not even my bag. A stranger asked me to bring it onto the flight. And I'm trying to do somebody a solid. And this is what kindness gets at John F. Kennedy Airport? She goes, sir, what's so important that you have to take your bag on? What's in the bag? I go, I could tell you, but you're not gonna understand. She goes, try me. I go, inside the bag is Bitcoin. And she goes, what's Bitcoin? I go, well, let me explain it to you. And about 5 minutes into the explanation, she was like, just get on the plane. Take your stupid bag on the plane.
I gotta work on saying things to people out loud. Yeah, I got a problem. I just say what I see. I think I'm autistic, but just like the bad parts of it. Like I can't compute numbers or remember dates, but I'll make you feel weird. Right? Like you drop a bunch of toothpicks, I can't count them, but I'll give you a hug. I'm working on it, trying to get better. Flew here from New York. Man, I hate flying. They let you pick your seat on a plane. I think I'd rather pick the person I'm sitting next to. I don't really give a where I am on the plane. It's like a 5-hour relationship. Make it more like a dating app. Obese Nazi with a service dog? Swipe left. Tiny Asian lady with a surgical mask? That's my gal. Yes, she is not a talker, right? But just like a dating app, she shows up with a baby. I'm like, I got catfished. Hate the small talk. 2 things I can't do, small talk and eye contact. How sad is that, I basically have all the traits of a serial killer, just without the ambition. I'm working on it. People always say, Mark, gotta be more confident. They say, Mark, gotta be yourself. I'm like, well, you gotta pick one. I can't do both of those. Like, a lot of people are scared of skydiving. I'm more scared of the banter on the plane than I am jumping out of it, You sit in the plane, it's all windy, you're strapped in. Some guy's like, so, Mark, where are you from? Just like... It's like, we're supposed to go together. I got it. At least with skydiving, you get an instructor. What about stuff I'm bad at, stuff I'm nervous about, like a dinner party? You know how many dinner parties I've screwed up? Set me up with a pro, right? I just show up, some guy's like, all right, I'll take care of him. I'm like, beautiful. He's giving me tips. Don't say the N-word. Got it. All right. She's not pregnant. Don't ask. Thank God you're here. Right? Some guy at the party's like, so who's your favorite comic? I'm like, Bill Cosby. He's like, pull the chute. I'm working on it. I had a chatty Uber driver last week. That's the worst, huh? This guy wouldn't shut up. I forgot that the no small talk option on the app, so I had to get creative. I had to scare the guy into being quiet. He's like, how about this traffic, huh? What do you think's causing this? I'm like, probably the Jews. He's like... I'm like, all right, I give this ride 5 stars of David.
Here's the most awkward thing I can think of. If you're ever around a couple who's been together for a long time, and they're at a party, and they start doing an impression of one another, just get the out of there. It gets mean so quick. It escalates. They know too much. You're hanging out, and they walk in, you're like, oh, look who finally got here, everybody. Mark and Brenda, finally. And Mark's like, well, Brenda, is my hair perfect? Hey, that's fine, Mark. We're just joking around. It's fine. You can be late. It's all right. Nobody cares. And Brenda's like, Mark, I got fired for being a racist last year. You didn't even do a voice, Brenda.
I'm from Virginia. I know, you guys are like, what? We thought you were from Paris. Yeah, don't let this chic outfit fool you. I'm from Virginia. And my dad's job in Virginia, my dad paints the lines on the road. Yeah, paints the line. Yeah, I don't want to say street artist, but, you know. My dad's Banksy, so, yeah. He loves it. He loves his job. He's very proud of his work. If you've been in Virginia, you've seen it, you know. And this is my favorite story ever. He calls me back when the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was happening. Okay, he calls me. He's so excited. He's like, Courtney, you seen this Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial? And I was like, yeah, but why are you calling me about this? I swear to God, he goes, well, guess who painted the parking lot of the courthouse? You ain't the only one who's famous now, girl. He kept sending me pictures. Ignore Johnny Depp. Look how straight those lines are. He's the best. He's the best. He's a very manly man, very macho guy, very, you know, Irish Catholic and Southern. You know, we don't talk about anything, okay? Nothing. And so when I started going to therapy, I told my dad I was going to therapy. And my dad was like, okay, all right. Is it helping you? And I go, yeah, therapy's helping me, all right. He goes, okay, you tell your therapist I owe him a beer when I get up there. Okay, that's very nice, okay. And then I swear to God, he goes, or an apple martini. Yeah, that's a gay joke. Yeah, that's how masculine my dad is. He's like, any man thinking about his feelings must have a sweet tooth. You know what I mean? Me and my husband, we got him a bidet for Christmas. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We got him a bidet last Christmas, okay? And when he opened this thing, he looked at us like we were trying to turn him gay. He was like, what the? He opens it. Okay, this Christmas, guess who has a bidet in every bathroom of the house? Yeah, and guess who's gay? Oh! Love wins! Thank you.
I'm expected in my 40s to have a lot more money than I actually do. The advertisers assume you've got money to spare. They kind of know what year you're from, so they're like, hey, remember when you were a kid and you had a Nintendo and you gave it up and you got a Sega Genesis? Well, similarly, it's time to hop out of that Mercedes and squeeze into a new BMW. You're in your 40s, and I'm like, please, calm down, please. I have a bus pass on me, and I know it has $14 on it because I'm using it. I have a reckless nightlife lifestyle. I eat junk food, I'm up late, I drink a lot. I'm here with all of you tonight. What do you think we're doing tonight? This is what it's like for me every night, okay? If I want to feel seen, I need advertisements that sound like they're for a luxury car commercial, but it's actually just for just junk food. Introducing the all-new Doritos D25i. A luxury snacking experience unlike any other in the impulse aisle. Expertly crafted with bespoke spices, xanthan gum sourced in the Alps mountains, and a sodium salt power of 150% of your recommended daily allowance. The Doritos D25i, with a surprisingly crunchy exterior and a sassy vitamin-rich interior. It'll have you reevaluating what is possible in a snacking chip experience. Drop into your Southern California Dorito dealer for a test taste today. Thanks. Yeah. I'm ready to sell out. I've got the voice for it.
I'm pretty close to my son. My son and I bond. My son and I watch a lot of football together. That's how we got close. That's how a lot of men process emotions. We watch sports. Because the sports are up on the screen safely. That's where the emotions are. You're sitting on the couch. And you can almost live vicariously through what's happening on that screen. Almost becomes like a metaphor for what's happening with you. I remember watching a football game this year, and we're on the couch. I'm like, like, wow, seems like Russell Wilson's having a hard time lately, huh? And he's like, yeah, I think Russell Wilson is having a hard time lately. I said, well, what do you think is going on with him? He goes, well, honestly, I just feel like the coach is pushing him too hard. He's just on his back all the time, and he just won't let... Well, that's probably because the coach sees how much potential Russell has. And he feels like it's his job to help him reach that full potential. Well, he should back off. It's too much. Well, you know, Russell's a free agent next year, and then I guess he can figure out where he's going to get his own money from. Dad, yes, son? I think Russell Wilson might be gay. All right, let's watch some hockey. Here we go.
Giving up is good, by the way. Giving up means you're being yourself. Just be yourself. It's way better. It's an easier way to live lives. Like I was one of those people that tried too hard. I was trying to dress cooler than I am, and you learn a lot when you do that. I learned you're not pulling off what you're wearing if someone says what you're wearing to you. Like recently, I wore a leather jacket, and my best friend was like, leather jacket. I was like, uh-oh. That's not how you say that. He said it like I had a weapon. He was like, he's got a leather jacket. Somebody get it from him. Every time I've tried to look cool as a person, I end up looking like those cell phone towers that are made to look like trees. You know, like, people, we see what you're going for, and it's not natural. We know it's you. Yeah, I'm not cool. I don't have any tattoos. You guys knew that. I don't have any tattoos. No one's ever like, really? I would have thought full back. I don't have any tattoos. I'm not against tattoos. I think they're cool on people. I just don't have tattoo brain. Every time I've ever put a sticker on my laptop, I'm like, oh my God, that's forever. What was I thinking? Oh, I just met that coffee shop. I don't have any tattoos, but this is true. People think I own a printer by looking at me. And they're right. That's not cool. That's not fair. I've had friends, this is true, that have never set foot in my home text me going, can I print something at your place? I'm like, how do you know I have one? That's what I'm giving off is toner vibes? My face says I printed my own boarding pass at home and it's right here. I got it. I don't like that. But yeah, I don't, you know, I'm not too worried about that stuff. My friends are, you know. I'm just like a hoodie guy. I like hoodies, you know. I will say every time I put a hoodie on, though, I feel like I'm being born. You know? Because it takes me a while to find the exit, you know. I'm making the same face, you know. I'm crying, my mom's there. Like, it's a lot, you know. But my friends, they're worried about that stuff still. They're trying to be cooler than they are. You know, I have sneakerhead friends. And that's okay if you're a sneakerhead, by the way. Just don't stop there. You know, because if somebody's complimenting you on just your shoes, that means they scanned your entire body and couldn't find anything until they got to your feet. You know, they're like, no. Hey, look at those shoes, buddy. Oh, starting from the bottom. Yeah. I'm not worried about that. My friends, I can't believe it. I have some friends that Ziploc bag their shoes and they put them in the freezer. Keep them fresh. It's true. That's wild, right? I feel like even if you told Jeffrey Dahmer that, he'd be like, what's in your fridge? Wow, you have a pair of Jordans. I just have the one guy.
I now feel if you want to feel generally positive about the current state of the United States of America on a global cultural scale, what you need to do is you need to watch 90 Day Fiancé on TLC, because you watch that shit and you realize America must be doing something right, dude. Because people all around this world are lining up, doing whatever it takes, throwing it all the way just for the chance to make it somewhere in the Midwest. They don't give a where they end up, dude. They'll do anything, up to and including marrying the biggest jabroni in the state of Ohio, gladly. They'll interview this guy on there. He's like, yeah, my name's Jason. I'm a 35-year-old dodgeball coach. And ever since my mom kicked me out, I've been looking for Miss Right, you know, like the type of woman that knows how to load the dishwasher and keep her mouth shut during Buckeyes games, that type of thing, right? And you're listening like, I don't like your chances, Jason. You don't seem like much of a catch to me. Then they cut to some beautiful girl in Estonia or somewhere like that, just like, Jason is man of my dreams. I often fantasize about being with him and eating hamburger helper off of paper plate.
I'm feeling good and I'm feeling chill. And that's huge for me. That's been my goal for a while now. I've been trying to make myself feel more chill, which is a cooler way of saying I was recently put on mood stabilizers. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what they do scientifically. My psychiatrist says the goal is to turn my moods into vibes. So I'm just kind of vibing out 24/7, doctor's orders. Mood stabilizers are great. I know they work because like the first or second week I started taking them, my wife and I, we went to Joshua Tree in California. I don't know if anyone here has been to Joshua Tree, but it's a dog town in the middle of the desert. Our last night in Joshua Tree, I looked at my wife and I was like, babe, it's our last night here. I'm gonna splurge a little. I'm gonna get takeout from the best restaurant in Joshua Tree. So I did a little research on Yelp, drove into town, got takeout from this beautiful little Italian restaurant they have there called Domino's Pizza. So I walk into this Domino's, there's already a man in line. So I stand behind him, I sort of nod at him, indicating I'm chill now. Take your time. And this man is just staring at the menu for so long. In his defense, there are 6 things. So he was overwhelmed by the menu. And eventually he looked at the young woman behind the counter and he went, excuse me, miss, do you guys make margarita style? And the young woman behind the counter, she was like, no, I'm sorry, we don't serve alcohol here. And this guy is so condescending, he was like, no, margarita style. That's how we eat pizza on the East Coast. And I was like, hatred confirmed, you know? And this girl, she's trying her best. She goes, okay, well, can you tell me what margarita style pizza is? Because maybe I can make something similar for you. And he went, oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. And it didn't stop there. They just kept talking. It was like 6 or 7 more minutes of these 2 morons trying to figure out what he thinks margarita-style pizza might be, hypothetically. And what he ended up ordering was so insane. He ordered a large Pacific Supreme pizza with pineapple, okay? Crazy, especially when I tell you it does not come with pineapple. He added pineapple. Because in his head, he was like, I think that's what makes it margarita style, you know? But I handled it really well. I really kept it together. All I did was every 30 or 40 seconds, I would just take a deep breath and go, just the most passive-aggressive sigh you've ever heard in your life. But for me, that's growth. Do you know what I'm saying? I hate to think what would have happened in that Domino's if I went in there unmedicated. Like the moment he added pineapple to his pizza, I would have been like, mm-hmm. And I would have walked over to the door and locked it, you know? And then just held the Domino's hostage. I would have put a pizza slicer to his neck, waited for police to arrive, and then I make the police negotiator tell this guy through the window that he just wants a cheese pizza. That's all he wants. He wants a cheese pizza with a little basil on top. He's too stupid to know he wants a cheese pizza. So anyway, I'm chill now. It feels great. I'm back. I work in television. I watch a lot of television. I think I have a pretty refined taste in television, actually. I mostly watch a channel called A&E, which stands for Arts and Entertainment. It's very classy. My favorite show on A&E, maybe my favorite show of all time, is a TV show called Intervention. Okay? If you haven't seen Intervention, how do I describe it? Well, it's basically a prank show. And the way it works is a production company descends on some awful little town and they are looking for a huge drug addict, right? And they find a drug addict, and they go up to him, and they're like, hey, man, we heard you're pretty good at taking drugs. And he's like, pretty good, I'm the best, I'm incredible, it's all I do. And they're like, awesome, well, I mean, would you ever consider getting high on camera? And he's like, it would be an honor. And then for the first 40 minutes of every episode of Intervention, they just follow this guy around as he gets so high on camera, like incredible. Like every episode of Intervention, there is a moment where you're like, this guy is a pro. Like I have never been this high. In the third act, that's when things get real, right? The third act, the guy's comfortable doing drugs on camera. He's friends with the crew. And the main producer comes up to him and he's like, hey, so I don't know if you're open to this. It's just a pitch, but have you ever gotten like super high in a hotel conference room? And the addict's like, no, but that sounds dope. Let's do it. I'm down, right? And he walks into the hotel conference room all proud of himself, and then boom, it's all his friends and family. They hold an intervention for him. Pranked, It rules.
A couple years later, my brother came out of the closet. It's gay. Because that's the only way you can come out of the closet. He's gay. And we were terrified because Southie's a tough town. You've seen the movies, The Departed, Good Will Hunting, Everybody's scary. So my parents, I don't know why they did this, they gave him a bedroom in the basement. He was no longer in the closet. He's down by the Christmas decorations. But growing up there, when you're from Southie, you're one of us. Like everybody accepted him, and we had nothing to worry about. But it didn't stop them from asking me ignorant questions. One dude was like, does he ever try to touch your And I'm like, no, Terry. Now I'm wondering what the family dynamic is in the Flaherty household. He's my brother, he's not your uncle. Another dude was like, why would you choose that? Why would you choose to be that way? Why would you choose that lifestyle? I'm like, it ain't a choice, you ignorant ass. You either are or you're not. Born with a gay older brother. And then another dude was like, because your brother's gay, that means you're gay. And I'm like, that's sound logic. What do you think, my parents are pure-breed and homosexuals? That would be a very interesting Dateline episode, wouldn't it? Lester Holt standing out in front of my parents' house. Some people pure-breed bagels. Others pure-breed Siamese cats. But with Sheila and William Fontana are pure-breeding in this two-bedroom walk-up in South Boston, Massachusetts, got a couple of the neighbors raising an eyebrow.
Every moment in my childhood was a crisis. It didn't matter how insignificant. Everything was a tragedy. It was like growing up in an opera. It was like, you took my keys. You took my keys. I know you took my keys. I did not. I did not. I did not. The toilet's clogged. Again. Bring me the plunger, I will fix it. Get it yourself, I am not your slave. I will plunge a toilet, I will plunge a toilet. What do I see? It's my keys. Yeah. They're out of their minds, my parents. Bunch of screaming Italians who are all law-abiding citizens as far as you know. That's the culture I grew up in. I basically grew up in a crime family without the money, power, or influence. Yeah, just the fear and paranoia, that's all I got. Yeah. My Uncle Tony is a little shady. We used to call him Uncle T. The police called him a person of interest, but Yeah, I remember once he was staying over the house, right? It's early in the morning. He's downstairs in the kitchen. I came down the stairs. He looked at me and goes, what? Come here. What? Come here. What? Get over here. You want eggs? What? I'm making eggs. You want eggs? Yeah, I'll have some eggs. Shh, I don't want the neighbors to know I'm making eggs. Like the neighbors are gonna kick the door open. Like, where's the eggs, Tony? Where's the eggs? Don't you move, Adam. Get the cheese. I want an omelet. I want it now. To this day, every time I make eggs, I gotta lock the door. Every omelet I make has tomatoes and fear in it. I think of my Uncle Tony every time I tie a tie. Yeah, I was a little boy, he taught me how to do it. He said, hey, come here. Let me show you how to do this. You take the tie, right? And you talk to the two ends of the tie. And you tell them what you want them to do. You go, hey, you two guys. You go around the alley, you go up the back stairs. Cut across the roof, you come down in front of the awning like you didn't see nothing. Then you walk, you do not run, you do not look back, and you meet above the belt buckle and make sure everything is even Steven. Now we take a pair of scissors and you cut the back of the tie off. This way nobody can choke you with your own tie. I was 12. Do you see where the paranoia in my life might have come from? I was making my confirmation. Father Dominic's in the back room like, boys, it's a big day for all of you. God loves each and every one of you. Adam, look how handsome you are. Let me fix your tie. I panicked, dropped, and swept the leg. I did that joke on TV and I got a bunch of mean tweets. You were painting the Italians as criminals. There's an insult to us. Shut up. Really, really. I mean, the biggest insult to the Italian people is the Olive Garden. I mean, come on. Seriously. That escaped your notice and you're coming after me? Come on. It doesn't even look like an Italian restaurant. No self-respecting Italian restaurant's gonna have a window that big so people can drive by and aim.
I had kind of a classic upbringing. My mom stayed at home, my dad worked. My mom, way too nice, I could get away with anything. Dad, he could get like too intense. You know, I always say if it was just me and my mom growing up, I would be in jail right now. And if it was just me and my father, he would be in jail. And I would be in a wheelchair. No, I know. I mean, some of y'all, I know you had a dad like that. Like, he never crossed the line, but he got pretty close. He got pretty close. Like, there's a handful of times I set my dad off. I just make him so mad, he'd just scream out the first punishment that came to the top of his head, storm off. About 20 minutes later, he'd walk back out. All right, your mother and I discussed it. We determined you actually do not have to carry me on your back to my job every day. As previously shouted. They were a great happy medium, the two of them, and I got my humor from them. They're always messing with each other, poking fun at us. It was a great atmosphere. My mom, she was the easy target, my poor mother. Just this last Thanksgiving, she always makes the turkey. I was giving her a hard time. I'm really laying into her. I'm like, Mom, you overdo the turkey. I gotta be honest, we have tools now. We can check when it's perfectly cooked, take it out. Because I don't know about y'all, Utah. I grew up in a household where they were like, we're pretty sure the meat's done. Let's cook it another 4 hours. I grew up dunking my chicken in water, just trying to get... I looked like Joey Chestnut on the 4th of July. Oh. It was like, pass the A1. Like, you don't need the flavor. I need the lubricant. We love to roast each other. I was roasting my mom, but you know, my mom, the thing about her, she'll roast you right back. And she's visiting my house soon. And it's very scary when your boomer mom comes to visit your situation. They always have thoughts. They do. Don't they? My mom is coming to town. She's gonna judge me up and down, but don't misunderstand, she won't lecture me. She's gonna do it passive aggressively with just a look. A disappointing love reminds me of my childhood. Gotta get it back real good. So I changed her password on Facebook. Thank you. She's like, you know what, Trae? I'm just doing what my mom taught me to do. Cooking the turkey, whatever. I didn't grow up with all these phones, this and that. All I know is what my mom taught me. And it kind of occurred to me when we were 8 months pregnant, we got thrown a million links, podcasts, YouTube videos, you name it, to prepare us. And it's kind of amazing any of our parents did as well as they did raising us, considering they apparently just winged it. I think my parents' philosophy was just like, let's coach his little league teams and hit them. I think. But no, I know my dad loved me. You know, I think a lot of my generation, we like to blame our dads for their problems. Blame your dad. You know, my father didn't convey to me he loved me enough. So I have nervous poops to this day. It's like, well, did your father ever show you he loved you with his actions? It's like, well, he worked every day for 45 years with no sick days, but I never got a poem. Maybe he loved you, maybe. And I know my father loved me, but he was old school, right? He did, wipe some dirt on a kid, real men don't cry, be tough, be a man, all that good stuff. But as the years have gone on, my father, he's gotten more and more sensitive, very emotional. I feel like that happens with age. Now, every time I see my father, I leave him. I'm like, all right, bye, Dad, love you. I'll talk to you later. He's like, all right, I love you so much, Dad. Oh, I hope you know how proud I am of you. I was like, well, it's too late now. It's too... You used to whoop me for crying, so I'm a little confused.
I think about having kids. I do. I'm 37. I could have kids. I think about it. Until literally every time I call my brother, who has 3 boys under the age of 12. Yeah. Every time I call him, 30 seconds into our phone call, his entire life turns into the back half of the film Point Break. We'll just be chatting along, and then out of nowhere, he's like, 1 second, what's in your hands? Show me those hands! One's on the roof, one's on the roof. Where'd you get a Nixon mask? That joke does better if you've seen Point Break. I think it's crazy how quickly in life we separate children on whether or not they have a chance at life. We do. You may be like, what do you mean? What I mean is reading groups. That's when there's 6 and we're like, split them up. These are the maybes and these are just keep them busy. But they don't say like which one's the smart group and which one's the dumb group. They're cute with it. They're like, you're the red group and you're the blue group. But even at 6, you know. You're like, shit. My group loves glue. We can't get enough of this stuff. We're doing like glue charcuterie, like, why don't you take the glue stick, dip it in some wet cement? Yeah, it freaking rocks, okay? Maybe we should read a little bit. And they're like, we would, but remember how last reading we glued all the books shut? Damn it! We did and it rocked. It was fun. I remember one time, our teacher went to split it up. She's like, red group over here, blue group over here. And my buddy was like, we're not the blue group, we're the glue group, right? And I was like, no! We shouldn't be proud of what we're doing. We should be ashamed. This story is just dedicated to the fallen brothers of the glue group. A lot of them aren't here anymore. Yeah, they blew up a lot of garages. Yep. They went out doing what they did best, guys. Just not reading instructions at all.
Remember the first couple months of the lockdown is just some real dark days. Yeah, I just thought I'd bring you back there. I remember the first couple of months of that lockdown, the whole world's caving in around me. All of us, we don't know what the hell's going on. You lost your job, you're locked in your house with your kids. Just washing your mail and I tell you, man, I found myself doing all these childhood activities, like doing puzzles and playing board games and crying. Maybe throw in some long showers. Sometimes I'd cry in the shower. Just multitasking. I'll tell you this about the pandemic, like, I would rather cry than do a puzzle. I'd rather eat a puzzle. 1,000 pieces, no problem. And then in the morning, I shit at a rustic farmhouse. Which is weird, because it was a puzzle of a kitty. Something ain't right down there. Something's off. So stupid. All right.
I just don't trust anyone who's never worked a job where they thought about killing themselves at least once. Like, at least once. Like, once. You're just like, this could all end, and I can end it right now. I'm not even clinically depressed right now, but what if? What if I just killed myself, That thing where you're like, God damn it, I got 5 hours left in this shift. Or, swallow 25 aspirin, I don't know, whatever it takes. When you're bar backing, all you're doing is washing glasses and putting them away. Just stack them, put them away. And there's 2 or 3 bartenders that are slammed, and you're not allowed to make drinks. And there's beers and ice in front of you, and taps and liquor bottles behind you, and people are just like, just get me a drink. Just pour some whiskey in a cup. It's right there. There's a beer right there. God damn it. You're like, I can't. Please stop yelling at me. I'm not allowed. I'll be fired. Please, sir. What are you, a stupid monkey? You're just like, God damn it. I remember looking down at a stirring fork and being like, all it would take is just 2 right there. Just right there, and just bleed out in front of this dickhead. Looking at him, sit on a stool and be like, you did this. Just break all his drinks in half with my face and slide down the bar. Clean this up. Just die right there, staring at him, still dying. All behind the bar. You're cleaning this up, sir. You are. I don't know what you said. It crosses the mind, Absolutely. But I think those jobs hone you and make you into the person you're supposed to be. If you've never worked a crap job, that's bad, because you're not your truest self, I think it's like MMA or something, right? It kind of makes you, tough in your own way and find the real you. Like, I was always a funny person growing up, I was always class clown and stuff, but I would get accidentally hilarious when I was a bartender. When I was slammed, and stuff would just come out of me, that would kill. And I'd be like, I was just being serious. What, that was funny? Like, I remember being so busy, in the weeds, as we call it in the industry, the folks here know, I lost my sight. Like, I don't know if it was sweat in my eyes, I don't know if I was dehydrated, but my eyesight went blurry, and all I saw were colors and shapes. That's it. And I'm just pushing drinks out and hoping I'm making the right change and feeling credit cards like Braille to see who it is. You know, it was awful. And then some dick somewhere in front of me goes, "Am I invisible?" And I said sincerely, "Who said that?" And the whole bar cracked up. And I'm like, "Yeah, throw him out." And they did. The guy's like, "Hey!" Threw him out the door. I am Caligula.
No idea. The only way I found out that we were not as wealthy as I thought was the first time I went over to a slightly richer family's house for Thanksgiving, and we all sat on the same kind of chair. I was blown away. I was like, "You've got 11 of this one chair type? Are you secretly a duke of some sort?" Like every holiday meal at my house would be like, "Ivan, go get the computer chair for Grandma." I'm dragging it down the hall. "I wanted the computer chair." My mom's yelling out of the kitchen, "No chance. You are sharing the piano bench with your brother." And you know it. We didn't have a piano, by the way, it's just the bench. My uncle's at the end of the table sitting on a yoga ball. Got a hole in it nobody can find, so he's slowly sinking for the entire meal. And I was like, I don't think we're as rich as I thought. So this was a problem, of course, when it came to buying a diamond ring. I didn't know anything about it. I knew I had to go to a jewelry store. I knew that I was going to interact with a commission salesperson at that store, which I was nervous about because I'm uncomfortable around commission salespeople. I'm very easily bamboozled by their tricks. I'm sure you can all tell this from my general vibe. Anybody watching this that works in sales, as soon as I walked up here, thought to themselves, "This guy buys extended warranties." I know what I look like. I don't exactly know the kind of energy I give off on a first impression. I do know that it means if I go to any type of ethnic restaurant, it is a 100% guarantee that I will be cautioned about spice. It's not easy getting a medium with this face. Yeah, I'll have a medium. No, you won't. Not here, you won't. You had our medium? I doubt it. Guy looked like you got a medium yesterday. We had to call an ambulance. So you can have a mild and a milk. There's a lot of things I wish I knew going into this jewelry store. Number one thing I wish I knew about buying an engagement ring is you don't get to take the ring home from the store that day. Whoops, wish I knew that. They gotta make it the right size. So I just drove to the mall, maxed out my credit card, and then drove home with nothing. Like, gee, I sure hope they call. But they did call. I got lucky, I guess. I go back to pick up the ring. This is where it gets weird again. I show up, I was like, "Hi, my name's Ivan." He said my ring was ready. And the guy goes, "Oh yeah, okay." Then he goes in the back, he comes out, he's got the ring in a tiny Ziploc bag, like it was evidence in a murder. And he tried to hand it to me like that. I didn't even accept it. And he goes, "Oh, do you need a box?" Yeah. Who's proposing without the box? That's the whole thing. How smooth of a guy do you think I am that I'm gonna kneel down and just dangle that out there like, "Babe! You wanna stay together till we're dead?" They wrote my name on here in pen. Could be your name.
But let me offer you some advice that I wish someone had offered me before I had children, because I didn't know this, which is this. When you're traveling with your family, when you have children and you travel with said children through the airport, you can be randomly selected by TSA, who will suddenly decide to start peppering your children with questions to make sure that you are not kidnapping them. How fun's that? And I didn't know this was even a thing until it happened to my little family at Denver International Airport. We're traveling through the airport, ready to go. To give you an idea of my son Malcolm's desire to talk to strangers that day, let me explain to you his outfit. He was wearing headphones, not plugged into anything at all, fingerless gloves, and winter boots on a 95-degree day. I ask you, is that the outfit of a 3-year-old who'd like to dialogue with a stranger? I'd argue not. And yet, nevertheless, we're passing through security, and suddenly a TSA guy is in Malcolm's face. And he's just like, hey, son, what's your name? And Malcolm's like, Malcolm. He goes, okay, good. Is that your brother over there? He goes, yeah. He goes, what's your brother's name? He goes, Ellis. He goes, okay. Are those your parents? And Malcolm goes, I think so. Can you think of a worse answer than I think so? No is actually a better answer. No is like, it's an uncle, it's a godparent, produce some paperwork, get to the bottom of it. But I think so. That's what they've been telling me since they took me from the campsite 4 days ago. And when I say otherwise, they hit me so very hard. So I think so. And we were like, Malcolm, tell that dude where your parents, what are you doing? Tell him, where your parents? And the guy's like, son, I'm gonna ask you one more time, and this is very important. Are those two your parents? And Malcolm goes, uh-huh. Like clearly under duress. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And then they just let us through because they're TSA and they're inept. TSA is like, hey, what if we took the crew of a Times Square McDonald's, put them in charge of global security? What's everybody think? Good idea or not? We get through the x-ray machine miraculously. I'm retrieving my bag, and this other dad who was in line, he came up to me and he goes, I'm not gonna lie, dude, that made me nervous. I go, made you nervous? If I don't get these two to Reno by Tuesday, I'm out $150K. That's my year, bud. That's my year. The exception to the rule of Malcolm's shyness is women. He likes talking to women. In fact, he'll only talk to women, which I so get. Men are the worst. If I had the option of never talking to a man again my entire life, I would take that option. But men keep talking to me, and it feels rude not to respond, so I have to engage. My son, he's under no such societal constraints. He can talk to whoever he wants to talk to, and he's decided that's only going to be women. So the other day, we were at the park, and we were playing delivery guys, because my son will only play working class games. Yeah. Delivery guys, firefighters, EMTs, construction workers. Some lets me know he doesn't respect what I do for a living at all. So we're playing delivery guys, and a woman comes running through the park, right where we're playing. She's got earbuds on, she's jogging, she's minding her own business, and my son Malcolm, he just goes, hey, you! Yeah, like real delivery guy energy, you know? Just cat calls her, hey, you! And she stops and takes her earbuds out. She's like, yeah, yes? He goes, we're delivery guys. She goes, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah, my brother, my dad, me, we're delivery guys. And she goes, well, what are you delivering? And he goes, we're on a break. Like, I'm not pretending to know my son's eventual sexual preference, but if he ever decides that it is in fact women, he's already gaslighting at a high school level. Once he figures out that women love it when you tell him to smile more, he's gonna crush. And I can feel a lot of women in the room not liking where that joke went. But I set up the joke by saying men are the worst, and then I ended the joke by giving an example of men being the worst. So I ask you, is it the joke that you don't like, or do you just hate foreshadowing?
My first job, I was a teacher. That's what I did. And first job, I lied to get a job because there were no phys ed jobs. And that completely backfired. They made me teach grade 12 history. I know, I didn't even take grade 12 history when I was in high school. So I'm teaching it, and I'm like the 10th smartest person in the class. That's not good. Awful. No idea what I was doing. Had never taken history in my life. I had to go home every night, read the chapters myself first to learn everything. Then I'd come in and teach it. That's how the whole year was. I'd even assign the homework like this every night. All right, tonight for homework, I'd like you to read chapters 1 to 3, okay? And then stop reading, all right? Don't go reading ahead. Coming in asking questions tomorrow on stuff I haven't learned yet. That's a no-no. We don't do that. Because that's what the smart kids would do. Every day I had this kid, Duncan. Every day he had a new question. Sir, what happened to the Mayan civilization? What chapter's that, Duncan? 15. What are you, a loser? You read the whole book already? I couldn't call him a loser. I could think it. But that's the thing, right? Teachers don't know the answer. We don't admit it. I never said, I don't know. I'd lie. Throw it back on the kids. That was my trick. Oh, is that right, Duncan? Huh. So you think I'm just going to spoon feed you the answers all year, do you? No, that's not how I teach, kids. So thanks to Duncan, I would like the rest of you to go home tonight and look up what happened to whatever he's mumbling about at the back. That was my whole year. It's horrible. I'd have Duncan come up and write the question on the board in big letters. Because I needed to see how he spelled Mayan so I could Google it later myself. Thank God for Google. When you can't spell something, at the top it says, "Did you mean this word, idiot?" Thank you, Google Master. It was horrible. Then you had to come in the next day, take up the homework. Oh, I still don't know what happened to the Mayan civilization. Kids have their hand up. I'm like, put your hand down, Dave. You got a 30 average. I'm not gambling on your answer. Can't ask a kid with a 30 average. I don't know if he's right or wrong. He's going to give an answer. I'm just going to be like this. That's a good. Let's see what someone smarter than you thinks. That's how I had to. Lorraine, can you tell us what happened to the Mayan civilization? And then whatever she would say, I would vote. How many people agree with that answer? There you go, Duncan. That's exactly what happened right there. There's a whole year of that. One kid smoked pot every day. Unbelievable. Pot. This kid would smoke it every morning, 9 o'clock, first period. Walk in stoned every day like I'm stupid. I can't tell you're stoned. It's 12th grade. You stick out like a sore thumb. Teachers aren't idiots. Then I thought about it. I think the only grade that kids could have smoked up before class and walked in without getting caught was kindergarten. That's the only grade. Think about it. You could have smoked up all you want before kindergarten. Stormed into class. No one would know. It took everybody an hour and a half to get their coat and boots off. You smoke up all you want. You'd be taking forever to get your boots off. So would everybody else. You'd be like, God, everybody's smoked up today. Look at this. Who's the dealer? Imagine being stoned at the age of 4. That would be hilarious. Trying to get that piece of crap $8 snowsuit off. Remember this thing from Kmart? Had one zipper. Started at your forehead. Couldn't breathe for the first 3 minutes of the day. Got stuck 15 times. You're stoned out of your mind, walking around going, God, it's hot. It's hot. It's June. Why am I wearing a snowsuit? This pot is screwing up my ability to recognize the seasons. What kind of crap zipper was that? One zipper. When only the left leg came out, remember? It started up here, wrapped around a couple times, in case it wasn't on tight enough, we'll wrap it up. And then only the left leg, that's how it was made. People making it were like, let the little potheads figure it out. We don't need 2 zippers. So you're stoned out of your mind and you can't get it off. You're like, I can't get the right leg out. And you're dragging around your snowsuit. You think it's a dead body because of the pot. You're like, well, there's a dead body. You're getting tired. That's a great grade to be stoned. Miss, I'm tired. When's our nap? Oh. Did I miss snack time? I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I was racist in grade 1. Yeah. I didn't mean to be racist. I don't know why I did this. My best friend was a kid named Rami Jahari. That's how he said his name. I don't know why I did this. I wasn't trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just a 6-year-old kid. He was one of my best friends, but I'd call him over every recess. Rami! Okay, let's try this. Did I say anything? Nothing? Okay, I got some other ideas tomorrow. I'll see you at recess. I do that every day. Then I go to his house for lunch. You ever go to an Arabic person's house for lunch when you're 6? It's terrifying. Everything they say, they sound angry. His father would come in the room. Rama! Mitayaka si tayar makaratia! Okay. My dad would like to know if you like peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. I had a buddy skipped grade 1. Wow. How the hell do you skip grade 1? What are you, big finger painting champion? Duck, duck, goose winner every day? Wow, look at that kid run. Skip him. How stupid do you feel, though, walking into grade 2? You just skipped grade 1. Everyone's looking at you, mocking you. Look, that's the kid right there. Skip grade 1. No, shut up. Heard he's really good at cooperating with others. Remember, I had to do the food groups project. Remember this waste of time? Did it every year. It's like every teacher signed it. It's those teachers that had nothing to do. That was me. No lesson plans. I'd show movies when I taught. This is how selfish I was as a teacher. One year I was teaching geography, and I was showing Rudy. Because I like that movie. Had nothing to do with the class. I'm like, this has nothing to do with geography. Happened in Indiana, okay? But what I would do is I had geography period 1 and geography period 2, the same grade. I would show period 1 the first half, and then I'd just keep it going the second half. They're like, what? Period 2 is like, why are we watching this in the middle? Well, I just saw the first half. I don't want to see it again. I remember doing the food groups, though, every year. So then I assigned it every year. That's how it works. I'm going to do what all my teachers did. But I remember being in grade 1 and we had to do this project. 6 years old, if you're going to do a project and they sign someone with you, you got to be supervised. You can't leave 2 6-year-old boys up in a room doing a project, because I don't know how we got to this. But we did our project. Nutrition. We couldn't spell. Nutrition. And you underline it. Double underline, double. Put a little R with the number. It's spelled wrong. Put an R, drop it in. Diary product. We couldn't spell. And then they, nutrition, underline, and then diary product. And then they post them in the halls for everyone to see. So your parents can come beat you up at parent-teacher night because they see you can't spell and you embarrass the family name. Because your name's this big on those posters. We go upstairs. This is a true story. I don't know what it means. I don't know how we came to this. We finished taping everything. His mom's picking him up in 2 hours. It takes 15 minutes. We're up in my room, 6 years old. I suggest we tape our penises together. And the thing that blows my mind, when I look back on that day, I can't help but think, what are the odds of finding a kid in the whole world to agree to this? I got the one kid in my room. And he wasn't like, he didn't question it. He was like, yeah. Like it was like, it's like he was thinking it too. And that's the weird stuff you do. Joey, I'll never forget it. Joey and I are up there. Oh, this is gonna be fun. We stripped down. And we just did that. We taped our penises together and we just stared at each other. We didn't know what to do. Completely naked, just standing there. Thinking maybe this wasn't such a good idea. And then he says, I lost it when he said this. I ended up peeing all over him. And he wasn't trying to be funny, but we were 6 years old. We had just learned the alphabet. And he's staring and he says, he's all excited too. We made the letter H. And that was it. That was our project. I wasn't even a good student. I remember being in grade 6. That was my worst year. Couldn't read very well. And they made you read out loud. Remember that crap? Get rid of this reading out loud in schools. Nobody is listening to the kid that's reading. We're not following, we're doing the same thing. We all sat at our desks, terrified, counting people to see which paragraph we had. That's all you want to know. Which one do I got to read? Is it big? Is it a big one? I'm going to line it up. Kid, before you go to the bathroom, you're like, oh, I'm screwing up the order. I don't have the same paragraph now. You always had that one kid, too. Every school had that one kid in grade 6 that was 7 reading years behind everybody. Remember this kid, Bruno? Couldn't go to recess till Bruno finished reading. I was like, what? My life was recess in grade 6. I was the first kid lined up. This is how I stood at the door. 2 minutes before the bell, just like this. Come on, let us go, let us go. This is... My buddies are behind me going, go get the field, Jerry, go get the field. Yeah, no kidding, idiot. Why do you think I'm in my fast position? This is, you think I stand like this all day? No, I don't stand like this all day. See the other kids getting out early, you're losing it. Miss, how come that class? Oh. Because we had to get the field. That's how guys lived. You had to get the field or the court. One kid was sent out to touch a pole. Sometimes I'd be on the wrong field, just holding the pole, no one showing up. That was my whole recess. Come on, where are these guys, man? I got the whole field to myself. You had to get the field or the court. Girls didn't care as much in grade 6. You could have fun with nothing. You could take a little corner of the field and find a rock, and you were, girls, a rock. Come on in, I'm gonna create a game. Everyone's welcome, there's no discriminating, no. No teams since someone's left alone. I'm gonna draw a box, and we're gonna stand in and out, and we'll dance in and out. It's called in and out. I just made it up, and this is our game. We'll be friends forever. I love it. What a great game. Not us. We had to fight. We couldn't go one day to recess because Bruno couldn't read, and then the bear licked the honey. I was like, are you kidding me? Why did this kid always yell? It took forever. And then, the BR. That doesn't sound right. Then he'd say the wrong word over and over again, the exact same way. It's like he wasn't even trying anymore. Like the BR like can't get this. Like come on. Shut his eyes sometimes, like he was thinking harder. Like no, you might want to look at the word. To make matters worse, he's the only kid in the class that wouldn't follow the paragraph with his finger. So he'd finally finish reading that sentence, and then he'd read it again. You're like, what the hell? I just heard this half an hour ago. But he'd read it like two different things happened. I didn't know what was going on. And then the BR, like the honey. What? And then the BR, like the honey. What? My book doesn't say that. It was awful. I'm like, come on, Bruno, learn how to read, man. You're 17, it's ridiculous. Put your helmet back on. How come he gets a helmet, miss? Nobody told me why he wore a helmet. How come he gets a helmet? Gets to leave every day at 2 o'clock on his own bus? That's not fair. No one told me I'd show up the next day with the helmet on. Miss, it's 2 o'clock. Bruno and I gotta take off. Our bus is outside, yeah. Poor kid.
I hit a cop car with my car. I don't recommend doing that. I was driving home with my fiance. We were just a few blocks from home. We were passing by this cafe that I go to from time to time. I noticed it peripherally that they were open later than usual. So I turned my head like, oh, they're open later than usual. When I turned back, the words police were getting closer and closer. I rammed into the cop car's bumper, and my fiance, to her credit, didn't say anything, but I could just feel everything she was thinking. I was like, you're right. You're absolutely right about all of it. The cop car, we're at a light. The cop car turns off to a side street. So then I turn to my fiance, like, should we just get the hell out of here? Like, it's like, no, we can't do that. So then I turn and follow the cop and pull up behind him. Now all of a sudden it's like I'm pulling him over. Like, maybe I work for the NYPD now. So then we're just sitting and waiting. Cop finally gets out, ambles over. First thing he says is, bad idea hitting a cop car. I was like, yeah, actually it wasn't my idea. It just happened. Then he was kind of like pacing around. Like, remember when you were a kid and your parents were almost like searching for the punishment? They were beside themselves. So I'm waiting. Finally, he's like, fuck it, I don't want to deal with this. I was like, that was my solution. Then he goes, you were never here. Which I thought was almost existential. Like, are any of us ever really, truly here? Then he turns and walks back to his car. As he's about to get in, he turns back and says, oh, are you okay? I was like, yeah, we're fine. Are you okay? He's like, yeah. Gets into his car, drives away. I turn to my fiance and say, I don't know what these black folks are complaining about. That could not have been a more pleasant exchange. I felt safe. I felt protected. I felt like my life mattered.
Living in Philadelphia means I have mice in my home. It comes with the deed. And on the lease, it's my wife and I and 17 mice. You're going to roll your eyes at this, but my wife and I were animal lovers, so we don't have the traps that kill the mice. Thank you. But we have the traps that trap the mice, and then you drive them 7.5 miles away because apparently someone drove them 7 and they came back. One of the most degrading trial and error situations, I would imagine. So you rehome them. You rehome the mice. That's what you do. And it's weird. I've been working my entire life to become a professional stand-up comedian, and now it turns out I'm just an Uber for varmints. That's what I put on my taxes. Uber for varmints. I have 20,000 dependents spread throughout the city. They say it's the humane thing to do, though, not to kill them. What they don't tell you is how weird you look when you drive into a random neighborhood, get out of your car, and then just release mice into it. Be free! I did the other day while a school was getting out, and this little girl turns to her dad, and she goes, "Oh my God, Daddy, is that a wizard?" Because no, he's more of a male witch if you get to know him, actually. That's more of his vibe. I've been going down to this place called the Jersey Shore a lot since I moved back to the East Coast. If you don't know what it is, it's like the beach where people from Philly and New York go. And there's a place in particular that I've been going. It's called Ocean City, New Jersey. And yes. And I've been going, like, that's going to have to be cut out, what I just did. We can't have it. Oh. They blur it out, you know, it's so humiliating. Like, my apologies to the editor of this special. I apologize. So I've been going down to Ocean City, New Jersey a lot, and they had this issue where this is a real thing. Seagulls were dive bombing people on the boardwalk, and they were knocking food out of their hands and knocking hats off ladies' heads. So the local government in Ocean City, New Jersey, their solution to this, after much deliberation, was to hire a birds of prey company to release hawks into the air to go to war with the seabirds. What the f***? That was your solution? And one of my favorite things to witness in life is this thing that I call the I f***ed up at work walk, where you messed up at your job and you have to tell your boss, and you're not going to get fired, but he's going to be a real piece of about it. So you're kind of just trudging, you know, the way you're bummed out. And I saw a guy doing that on the boardwalk, and I will paint a colorful description as to what this man looked like. In his one hand, he had a little hood. How little? You might be wondering. A hood so little it would fit perfectly on a hawk's head. And on his other hand, he had a big, scary, thick leather glove going up to his shoulder. And this next part, I feel like I actually don't have to say because you're probably already picturing it in your head, but just in case I'm missing some people, long gray ponytail down his back. You saw it? We saw it. We all saw it. And this guy's trudging, and he goes up to his boss, who looked exactly like him, except his long gray ponytail was like 6 inches longer, you know, to show rank. Excuse me. And our first guy, he goes up to his boss and goes, I messed up! And his boss goes, what happened? And he goes, I lost the bird! And his boss goes, how do you lose a bird? And I go, may I interject? It's a bird. I would imagine, is it the wings? Did it use its wings? Its God-given wings? Oh, okay, it flew away, you idiot. That's how. I'm not a business expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I would imagine part of the risk assessment when you open up a hawk company. Some of them are gonna fly away. They're gonna fly away. Hey, you lose a bird. Oh my God, it hit me over the head with a fish, stole my iPhone, hailed an Uber, and drove away.
I've been married 3 years now, and I love being married. When I'm on the road, I see men talk to women in the wild, and it's crazy. I was checking in at a hotel, woman behind the counter, very pretty, and the guy in front of me is being a creep. I'm watching him. I'm 20 feet behind him, but I can hear it go down, right? He's checking in, and the woman goes, do you have any preference of what floor you stay on? And I swear to y'all, this guy leans forward. He goes, what floor are you staying on? She goes, I'm not. I work here. I don't stay at the hotel that I work. Do you think I'm a guest just chipping in down here in the lobby? Is that honestly how you think we staff this La Quinta? You think you gotta be the lifeguard tomorrow? I don't stay at the hotel that employs me, you moron. So he walks away, tail between his legs, rightfully so. Now I'm up next, right? I saw the whole thing go down. So I was like, okay, I'll bond with her over what a creep the last dude was. So I'm checking in, and she says, how many room keys do you want? 1 or 2? So I go, how many room keys do you want? And she did not get the reference at all, dude. I looked way worse than the first guy, if I'm being honest. The look on her face, she's like, they just keep coming in today. I mean, is there a creep convention in town? What's happening here?
There was a lot of things that I saw people doing that I knew I wasn't gonna do as a mom. Like the one thing I don't do is boys will be boys. I don't do that with my son. It's too permissive. There's no equivalent for little girls. So I don't allow it. And you know, the parents that I've seen do it, it gets out of hand real quick. You just know it's gonna snowball to bigger things, like boys will be boys. He stabbed the babysitter. He's a boy. He's learning to express himself.
My job is to see to it that all devices remain charged. I take it very seriously. I'm always on the prowl. I'm like, honey, give me that. You're at 11%. Thank God I was here. Crisis averted. That's what it means to be a man in 2017. Just like, I think we have an outlet over here. Let me keep the family safe. 70% and above, that's my rule. Because she'll let it get down to like the single digits. I'm like, we're not animals. I have outlets all over this place.
I only like restaurants that proudly advertise themselves as being farm to table. Oh, yeah. Which is a very silly thing for a restaurant to say. Because that's where they grow food. And that's what you eat it off of at every restaurant. Arby's is a farm-to-table restaurant. It's a gross farm, and the table is bolted to the wall, but it's farm-to-table all the same. When I say farm-to-table, I mean something very specific, okay? I mean a farm that is owned by a nice lesbian couple who left finance and bought a goat. And when I say table, I mean like a door that used to be on a very old church that they've taken down and kind of fashioned into a banquet-style seating arrangement where you sit around it with 6 other couples who you don't know, you didn't come with them. And you all talk about the same 3 A24 movies all night. When I go to a restaurant, I want the drinks and the light bulbs to be in mason jars. Do you understand me? I like restaurants that have an ampersand in the middle of their name. They cannot spell out the word and. It has to be a cutesy little ampersand, right? It has to be like Turkey and the Wolf. Or the Girl and the Goat. I would eat at Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Don't whisper my name, that's weird. Like, it's weird to whisper in general. Think about it. Unless you're trying to be sexy, you telling a secret or being racist, you should not be whispering. It's weird, like homeless people know to project. Come on, man, let me get $1. Trying to borrow $1. You never see a homeless person just walk up to you, let me get $1. I want to borrow $1 so bad, I want to borrow $1. Mama say, mama say, mama say. Here's $1, sir. I don't know why. I don't know why you did Michael Jackson lyrics. You know what Michael Jackson's saying in that song? He's saying, I'ma say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. I'ma say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. That's what he's saying. Someone ruined it for me, I'm ruining it for everybody, all right? I was mad too, I was like, what? But all of y'all for years, mama say, mom stop. Mama say. Those aren't words, bruh. No one said that in life. Keep on playing, I'm gonna mock you, sir. That's not a thing. People just believe anything they hear, man. Someone told me it was African. I was like, all right, mama say, mama say. I just went along with it. I was like, look at me, I'm bilingual. Mama say, mama. I just went along with it. That's not true. People believe anything they hear. And I know that for a fact because some of y'all believe me just now. And I lied. I made that up, man. I lied. Yeah, I lied. I lie all the time. I'm not even black. Check it out. My name is Jerry. No, I'm black. I'm black. That'd be funny, though, if I did that. I've been black the whole time. I did like a 23andMe. It said I was 13% Irish. I was like, what? Where'd that come from? Are you serious? That's weird, you know? I do lie. I do, but I'm not a liar, okay? I do regular lies. You know, I'll say stuff like on my way, or if I'm on a plane in emergency exit row and the flight attendant's like, hey, are you willing and able to sacrifice your life for a bunch of strangers? I'm like, yeah, I'm lying. I'm lying, I just want to do this. I'm not about to sacrifice nothing. I want leg room. I'm not about to sit all the way in the back, people scooting their booty past my neck. Excuse me, sorry. I'm so sorry. I just gotta get the row, 87. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, did I pass it? Okay, here I go. Here's my booty again, stranger. Here's my booty. You ever come back from the restroom on a plane and someone's going to the restroom and you're like, oh, there's no room at all. Like, somebody about to take it to the face. I don't know which side I'm gonna give them, but didn't you skip me a line earlier? You know, you gotta pick and choose who you do it to, but yeah, man. Planes are weird, man. They got like, I don't understand why the seats have flotation devices. Like, all of them have flotation devices, but not parachutes, right? Because we're flying over mostly not water. So why are these, they just have flotation devices. I'm bringing a parachute. Next time I go on the plane, I'm bringing another bag. They're like, why you got another bag? Don't worry about me, player. Don't worry about me. People gonna start freaking out. It's turbulence. It's turbulence. They gonna look at me, why aren't you freaking out? I'm like, don't worry about why I'm not freaking out. Where's Mercy X row? Is it over here? Let me see where's the Mercy at. Oh man, but yeah, man, good to be alive. So, man. Yeah, I was. My mom named me Preacher. She called me Preacher. I didn't think of it. People think I thought of it. I didn't. When I was 2 weeks old, a bunch of people kept telling my mom, they're like, when he gets older, he's gonna be a preacher. He's gonna be a pastor. That's what they seen in me at 2 weeks old. I don't know what I was saying. At 2 weeks old, to give the impression I was gonna be a, what can I say? Goo goo gaga, goo, can I get a wire? You know, I don't know if I was changing my mom's milk into wine. I don't remember, you know, but I'll tell people my name is Preacher. Everyone hears Preacher, and they're like, there's no way he just said Preacher. So they start to think of different names on their own. They're like, what's your name? I'm like, Preacher. They're like, Richard? I'm like, nope. Clearly started with a P. They're like, Preston? And I'm like, I'm black, okay? You know my name isn't Preston. There's no such thing as a Black Preston. And if there is one, there's one, and he's probably called Black Preston, because That's how it works. I don't make the rules. That's like a white dude named Jamal. He white Jamal. Everybody know that. People get mad at my name. Are you an actual pastor? No, I'm not a pastor. Well, I'm not calling you that. Well, why would I call you that if you're not even... All right, don't call me that then. But I got news for you. You know Jesus? He ain't actually Jesus, okay? Dr. Dre, not a doctor. Surprise. Everybody knows that The Rock is a human. I don't know why we're doing this. Preacher's not a weird name. I met some kid named Thevin with a TH. She's like, oh, I'm Thevin. I was like, your mom has a lisp, okay? There's no such thing as a Thevin. It's either her or the doctor's fault. I don't know who said it first. What's his name? Thevin. How many pounds he weigh? Thevin. You don't see the coincidence? I don't want to go to hell. I want to go to Thevin. Like, clearly, she got braces. You can tell that she spit when she talked because I used to have braces. It flies out your mouth. You can't help it, you know? You be like, what's up, you know? People get mad at you. I was looking at something earlier. I can't help it. I got braces, you know? Speaking of braces, anybody ever been to London? Because they don't believe in those. That's not a myth. I thought that was a myth, bro. All of them just all look like they in hell grenades at the same time. Like they don't need can openers down there. You understand? Like they just all look like Nigel Thornberry. But I had braces. I had Invisalign braces, which are, because my teeth were jacked up. I mean, I had a regular amount of jacked up. Like I had gaps. Like one time I was eating cereal and my spoon was missing. I was like, wait a second. This is the third time, so I decided to get some braces. I got Invisalign braces, which are great, because you can't see them, but then you have some people that had regular braces growing up. They get mad at me as if I invented Invisalign braces. Like, you didn't go through the struggle. My lips were bleeding. Nobody cares, bruh. If you had braces growing up, you probably had money, so I don't feel bad for you looking weird at 11. You're supposed to. I just stopped looking like a Pokemon 3 years ago. Let me be happy, man. People trying to catch me. I choose you, preacher, choose. Leave me alone. I'm trying to live my life. You guys laughed at that, but you honestly should have laughed harder. But whatever, it's fine. It's cool. Just gonna ruin my special. That was hilarious, man. You ever see a meme and you're laughing, you're like dying laughing at it. Then you show your friend, they're not laughing. That's how I felt just now. When y'all done laugh at my joke. And I just tried so hard. None of y'all give me that $20, sir. I would never kill myself. I think about it every day. But I'm not gonna, you know. That was dark. Speaking of dark, I'm black. You know, like, I'm black. My whole body's black. Y'all notice that? Except this part. Ain't that weird? This is weird. This is not black. This is very weird. I remember as a kid that they would ask me questions like, why are you white on one side, black on the other? I was like, I don't know. I guess I didn't fully hit my growth spurt. I don't know why it works out though. Anytime I get pulled over, hey officer, how was... I understand you don't want to give me that loan. Before you say no, I just... No, it just comes in handy. So, that was stupid. That's what it deserved. I was born in Portland, Oregon. That's where I was born. So I think that's where I got it. Because there's no black people in Oregon. There's none. My shadow ain't even black in Oregon. There's like 4 black people. That's not true. There's 3. I left. So there's like 3 black people there. And Portland, Oregon, Portland is the whitest major city in America. And we live in Newburgh, which is like not even, Portland. And they're not, there was no black people at all. And they weren't racist down there. They just didn't like black people. And they was like, the kids weren't racist. The kids, they would always ask me, why you white? They would ask me the questions. But some of the parents, I remember some of the parents, they were like, you can't play with my kid because you're black. And I'm like, whoa, before you say no, all right? But I was already a weird kid. I was already weird because I had like ADHD, A, B, C, D, E. I had it, I'll be talking about something like squirrel, threw me off, A lot of people think HGTV isn't real, and that's because they don't experience it, so they're like, oh, I think you might be hyper. And I am hyper. They tried to put me on medication when I was a kid. My mom was like, he'll grow out of it. She was wrong. I did not. I grew into it, baby. Became a comedian. But yeah, I was a weird kid, man. I wasn't like I collect rocks. I wasn't like that. I just, I was just kind of like, I don't got a favorite color, I feel like most people don't have favorite colors. Yeah, this lady is particular. She doesn't. She's like, I thought I was the only one. No. You wooed like there was gonna be more people, and you were like, wow, oh, only me. Okay, I thought there was more. Okay. You don't have a favorite color either? Oh, why'd you yell? Oh my gosh. That was wrong. You didn't do it right, but all right. What's your favorite color? Green? Okay, cool. Earth lady. Okay, we get it. He probably clapped. He's like, yeah. You like green? No, I don't have a favorite color. Y'all doing opposites. Now, this is what I feel like. I feel like it depends. What is it for, Because I like wearing yellow, because yellow goes good with chocolate. But I'm not about to have a yellow car, Like if you have a yellow car, you got a Lamborghini or a discount. You didn't do that on purpose. It just depends.